Don't lie. Well, you're gonna have to wait 3 hours to hear what I was gonna say.
Oh man,
you know it already. You're
suspense.
Clear.
You don't lean in and whisper?
It's too much to whisper, and you're gonna want to ask so many questions.
Oh man!
Which thing are you talking about? So I can.
We had a conversation last night at our friend's house about AI and someone mistaking something for AI on the TV, and it became a point of contention. At the
you don't. She doesn't know about that.
she doesn't know about that part specifically.
Oh, okay.
It was at the festivities last weekend.
A certain birthday celebration.
Yeah. That's right. All right. Yeah, new face on pod. You'll hear about it in a second. Not new enough. Do you remember when that time was when you were actually on?
Once during COVID, and then once.
Yeah, like
in the very beginning.
Yeah. Let's see this. All right. 3, 2, 1. Go Nintendo Podcast, webisode 993. The Iron Jugulis Podcast? How would you say that? Jugulis?
Juggalo.
Right here. The Iron Juggalo Podcast.
Yeah.
Jugulus.
Jugulus? All right.
I
Iron
would say
Jugulus.
Jugulus.
Mom Brain, will tell us about Iron Jugulus, please.
Mm-hmm. Hold my coffee. Iron Jugulus resembles a certain Pokemon introduced in a paranormal magazine. Described as the offspring of a hydrogen that fell in love.
You've done a podcast.
That,
It's fascinated in person.
is it a hydrogen that fell in love with a robot?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
They're 4 feet tall. They're 244 pounds. Their gender's unknown.
Sure, whatever.
Josh, that's really not nice. Are you
Kind of dismissive.
Yeah. Are you like not into like supporting people's gender identities?
A big hello to my fans.
Josh, are you all about protecting the dolls?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Just
Okay.
making sure.
The dolls.
Protect the dolls.
What's that?
Trans people.
Trans rights.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
Welcome to the future, Grandpa.
What is a trans person? Really? I've never heard. How
You've
have I
never heard
not
like protect the
this?
I knew
dolls?
about
it.
Yeah, I
No.
know. Of
Yeah.
course you did.
Famous people put it on a T-shirt.
You're
so I
saying-
know
Okay.
You
that.
know who put it on a T-shirt?
I don't know.
Pedro.
Oh, okay. All right. Daddy.
Father
Daddy Joel.
Father Joel.
Anyway.
Abilities include Quark Drive, which boosts the Pokemon's most proficient stat on electric terrain.
That's been the ability for the last 3 Pokemon.
Or if the Pokemon is holding booster energy. Also, if I didn't tell you, the category is Paradox.
Thanks, Mom Brain. Good.
Jeopardy, the category is.
This is my favorite. We're doing this live, and I don't know the. Well, first things first. Music Man is here. Music Man has been on 2
Everybody.
episodes of the podcast. One in person thousands of years ago,
Unbelievable.
and one during COVID, not in person, because he was one of the good people that didn't go around people during COVID.
No, I did not super spread.
So great to have you here. Do Michaels was supposed to be here, but let's just say an emergency popped up and he's not going to be
He
here.
is fine.
He is fine. Yes. he
Do
is
Michaels, we
perfectly
speak
fine.
your name.
Nikki
Speak your
Hill
name.
is not here because he's on assignment, not GoNintendo assignment, real world assignment. So
He's
we
on
speak your name.
assignment being our hentai correspondent.
Lucky.
Yes, that's can't come to the podcast. I'm totally booked with hentai today. So God, I wanted to say hello to you before we got into something, or I wanted to introduce you, and now I
It was my
forget.
It's all
Jeopardy
falling
sound.
apart.
Oh,
now.
Jeopardy! Yes, thank you. That's so good of you to do that. That's right. Now
I don't
that part's
recognize
right.
that first sound.
Yeah, I'm sure you wouldn't. In my head, I know
Now,
what
which
it sounds
one-
like. It is not right
Okay.
coming out
And
of my
we
mouth.
talk
but
about
I
this-
can't make my mouth do what my head
Oh, okay.
thinks.
We talk about this all the time because I'm like, this is the second time I'm saying it, like an idiot savant
He's
where
like a mockingbird.
if I hear
a
it
good-
like in a
that's true.
game or a TV show or whatever, like a song, I hear it exactly as it is. It just is there. And if somebody does it and they're slightly off, it's like I've never heard it before. I'm like, I don't know what you're doing. Like, I really have to like hone in to be like, oh, they're singing this, or it's terrible. So we do this all the time. There'll be like jingles from commercials or game shows or whatever, and she'll go to do it, and I'm like, what the hell are you doing? So again, I need to ask this. You're doing the Jeopardy noise when all the categories come up, but
Yeah.
are you doing Jeopardy from when we were a kid or Jeopardy now?
I think it's now.
Doesn't it kind of end
Okay.
with like a kind of thing at the end?
Maybe.
So that's old Jeopardy.
Okay.
I like that.
And it's not even old.
tongue
It's
roll.
like
But you did this with your fingers
Oh,
too.
yeah.
it's not even old
for
Jeopardy
the video.
or a new Jeopardy anymore. They've been doing this for years. So the new quote unquote new one is boom boom beam boom bam boom 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 beam boom beam.
Yeah.
And then the old
Wow,
one
that
is
dead on.
the old one. I don't know that you could accurately do with your voice. Like the second part goes it's like a weird noise. Yeah, you look it up on YouTube or something. This is when I would ask Nikki Hill to do it on YouTube, and he'd be like, I don't want to do it.
I don't know how to log into that.
Let's see if I can bring it up. Mom Brain, would you do me a favor?
Sure.
Well, actually, you can chat up Josh since you guys were already talking. Josh is here. Josh, how you doing, my friend?
Some things should remain a mystery.
You're talking to him. I'm doing something.
Josh, it's like not nice to just like leave us hanging like that. Like it's kind of rude. Like I don't know. We don't like it when you do that. Could you maybe like do something a little bit else?
So bad at vamping.
We'll just have to wait and see.
Thank you, Josh.
She's
All right,
doing great.
I'm gonna play something. I don't know if this is gonna be the right sound.
No one does.
I put my ear up.
Oh my god, what is that?
You got like the worst
We're
Rick
haunted.
rolled ever.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, it's like someone dialing a telephone real fast.
That's the
There,
old one.
that's the old
Yeah.
one. Yes.
That's the one I was thinking.
Okay,
of too.
so the new one, I did perfectly, so we don't need to hear that one. But yeah, it says like they stopped
That
using
was
that
a
sound.
really great
Thank you,
story.
Josh. They stopped using that sound in 2008, so it's been a little bit of a while. And George is here. George, my friend, how you doing?
Hi. It's me, George.
That's how I always introduce myself. Hi, it's me, George. George,
Why don't you ask George?
George, how's Uncle Giuseppe doing?
He's pretty hunkily.
You two juicing any limes together, getting out to the old lime orchard?
Yeah, sorry about my third different voice from my other two voices.
I've noticed your voice really changes depending on how much lime juice you drink
It's
in a
the
day.
lime
so
slime.
I get it.
Oh, no, the lime
I get it.
slime.
Please don't stress yourself. Relax that voice. It's totally
It's
fine.
good to be here.
It's good to have you here. Hello, Nico Darunia and Backseat Studios and SD and Drake and Red Souza and Steel Diver and Slider 64, Radical Defect and Roth. And look at all these beautiful cats in here. And the goddamn E17 and Gecko Kitsune, if I didn't say that, and Vachi and Ice Dilber and so on and so on. Thanks for joining us. Rami Cowboy, this weekend there are Pokemon Regional Championships in Pittsburgh. Is due there. The plot thickens.
Every
The
time.
emergency was.
SD says have to be on the road again, but we'll be listening in. Have a great show. Thank you very much. And Snorting Limes. That's right, SD. Snorting Limes.
It's a little fruit.
This is this thing with doing Pokemon. I mean, we're getting to the point where there's just too much evidence now, and all signs point to him actually being a Pokemon fan. So
We talked about it last night.
we
Unprompted.
literally did. Music Man, myself, and Do were hanging out, and we brought up the idea once again of if there is a Pokemon event coming up that's local, if I can get him into it, would he go cover it? And he said yes, right?
He did not say no.
He did not say no. It's probably the better way of answering it. But you offered your expertise to
Wrong.
record the thing, and
I'll go shoot a camera.
I was going
at
to say
him.
we could make something great out of it, but you would make something great out of it.
that's very
I've seen
kind.
your skills before. I mean, it would be so funny. Just the idea of him going and not knowing the name of anything and having no idea of what's going on, and also trying not to appear angry at everything that's going on with
and
him.
wanting to be compassionate and
Yes.
appreciate everybody for loving the thing that they do, which he genuinely wants.
It would be so good. It would be so. It really. I don't know. Let's put it this way. I think we would find it hysterical
We would.
because we really, really know him. I think sight people and podcast listeners, I think it would still be enjoyable for them. We'd have to have a thing in the video where he made it very clear, like, I don't know anything about Pokemon. I don't play Pokemon, and I'm not particularly fond of Pokemon, but here I am
a
at the
huge
whatever.
Disclaimer. Like, no spoiler alerts because
Yes.
I don't know anything.
Yeah, exactly. You could say anything to me, and I won't know if it's true, and it doesn't matter. Here's what I'll say. There will 100% be an opportunity for him to go to something Pokemon related. So when that pops up, I'll talk to him. We'll see if something's possible for you, and we'll try and make something. What a gem that would be.
That's what friendship is for.
That's right. And Do always gets heat for his Pokemon comments and all that, but as Mom Brain and I have said many times on this show and to him in person, he has come so far in his receptiveness to just and things in general, just like not crapping on them or recognizing that he is crapping and pulling himself back from doing that to things, and it's great. I love seeing it. So it would be, I can't even imagine earlier going to an event like that. Like, he would just hands down want nothing to do with it. But
he's evolving.
He's
like a
Pokemon. It's perfect.
Oh my
It's
God.
perfect. The last Pokemon event I was at was a very long time ago. I've been to like hands-on events where you play games and everything, but I went to. It was an anniversary of the Pokemon franchise in general. I don't remember what one it was, but we've told the story in the podcast before. At that time, Pokemon Company, for whatever reason, chose Hulk Hogan as like the big guy to be at this event, and so I was at an event with Hulk Hogan talking about Pokemon, and it was at Bryant Park, and it was a crazy time.
I stayed over. You stayed overnight with Lube.
Yeah.
And I met you in the city the next day. I went to the American Girl store and bought myself the American Girl doll that looked like me at the time.
This was the most 90s paragraph you've ever heard on a podcast.
Pokemon, Hulk Hogan, American Girl dolls. Pokemon Company put me up in that hotel. I remember that. Those were the days. They don't do too much of that stuff anymore in general anymore. They don't really put people up in spaces for events. They don't. I mean, they still do events, but not like they used to. But if something pops up, look forward to it. Yeah, Nick Odrunia, that's the plan. If something pops up and I can get to go and Music Man could be there, then yes, it would be filmed and it would be incredible. Oh my God, it'd be so good.
Cannes Film Festival, incredible. I think.
I think so. It's a shoo-in. Just do like I could see becoming the man on the street for GoNintendo. Like the pairing of you two going to event. Oh my God, it'd be so good. It'd be so good. We'll see what happens. But I promise we will try and make something like that happen. Radical Defect says, because I've seen a picture, I know for a fact it was the freaking 10th anniversary. I thought that's what it was. I'm kind of delighted and mortified that I can place it. Yeah, I was pretty sure it was the 10th anniversary. And that's the one where Lube and I have told that famous story of some guy at the event who lost his kid and he was running around Bryant Park going, my boy, where's my boy? Right. I can't find my boy.
Isn't that Spider-Man 2?
I'm conflating the two memories. Yeah. That's right. I thought it was a real life event, but it was actually Spider-Man 2. All right. Let me get to the stuff before the stuff. Last week I said this on the after show and I kept telling myself to say it during the show and I forgot. So I'm saying it again here. Thank you to Quence and John for the help on the Nintendo Direct last week. They were covering the live presentation with me. So when we were putting up the posts on the site, that it was me and them working in tandem, and it went great. It was probably the best coverage for Directs we've ever done, and it went so smoothly. And it's crazy because it was the longest Direct Nintendo's done, or at least one of the longest. So just the fact that it worked out so well. Huge thanks to them. And Quence did double duty because he stays around after a Direct and helps with cleanup. He does all the press releases and assets and all that while I'm going around and getting the Japanese stuff. And so extra thanks to him. But they made it so much easier to cover. So that was great. Another thing related to the podcast last week. There was somehow we got into... Oh, on Patreon, I talked about commercials for games and asking people about their favorite old school game commercials or commercials from any game in general, blah, 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 blah. And the conversation about the old Sega Genesis commercial came up where Sega had a race car with a TV on the back of it, and it showed like Sonic and how fast it was. And they had a TV on the back of another car. It was like an old beat up delivery truck with like an old fashioned, TV on it, and it had Super Mario Kart on it, and they were making fun of Nintendo and blah, 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 blah. Became one of their most famous ads. So we spoke about that last week, and I said how mad that commercial made me when I was a kid and how I used to change the channel when it came on. And I think it's my fault. This week, Sega basically redid that commercial.
Oh, no.
Brand new. And it was like, because they have Sonic Racing Cross Worlds coming out this coming week. And you know what? I'm gonna play the audio of the commercial. What do I say? Jesus.
Paul Rudd's going to be so mad.
Racing Cross World Nintendo commercial. I don't know what to type in to find this. Let's find out. There it is. Perfect.
We all know that kart racing game. It's great. We don't need to show it to you. But what if you can blast through and race on a whole nother level?
That was Mario Kart?
Yes. And they're showing like it on the back of a truck, but blurring it out.
Customize and build out your machine and compete head to head across different platforms. Or what if you want to roam around on the open road?
There you go. It's the same commercial all over again, and complete with the.
I have never had engine trouble in Mario Kart.
So that commercial came out, and I was like, I can't believe they're doing this again. Like back in the day, Sonic or Sega, Nintendo, as you remember, because we lived through these wars. They were at each other's throats.
That's what all the trauma came from.
We survived the console wars. So Nintendo, in their advertising, very much didn't attack Sega. And Sega very much attacked Nintendo in their advertising because Nintendo was the king back then. So they were trying to go for Nintendo's throat. And I was not a fan of any of that stuff. Obviously, I was very much a Nintendo fanboy back then. But I had a Genesis. Like, I still played everything. I just didn't like seeing those commercials. But that was Sega's, like, edgy attitude identity back then. So they put this commercial. And now, it's been decades since they've done that. They put out games on all systems with Nintendo and other companies, and like Mario and Sonic have their Olympics franchise that they do together, and Sonic has been in Smash Brothers with Sonic themed levels and everything. Like, they've had a great relationship. And then this commercial comes out, and I'm like, that's pretty bold.
Very divisive in our times.
Right? I'm like, I wonder what Nintendo feels about this, because back in the day, they had their shovel and whatever, and now they've worked together for a long time, and then Sega's like, let's do that old commercial again. And then somebody at Nintendo's got to be like, why are they doing this? So, like, you put your games out on our systems now, and you're still
Mario's not showing up at the next Olympics.
He's going to accuse Sonic of
no one's
juicing.
coming to your Sweet 16 party, Louise.
So I was just, I'm not mad at Sega. It's like I'm a parent. I'm not mad at Sega. I'm disappointed with them. They can do that, and that's fine. And they know they're going to stir the pot, and they know that's going to get way more attention for them.
Just wait till they release the new Genesis, man. It's going to prove them all wrong.
They know it's going to get way more attention on the game than normally would. And there's plenty of people, there you go,
Meow.
who don't know the original commercial because we are old. We remember it, and they don't know it. But they're like, are they talking about Mario Kart in that commercial? I can't believe they did that. And I'm like, I don't want to jump in the comments and be like, you don't remember back 20 years ago, this is what they did, blah, 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 blah. But I was just like, man, I really can't believe they're doing this. I'm not, like I said, I'm not mad about it. I don't like it. And I feel like it's a little like, really? We're going to go back to these stupid console wars things. Like, I don't know how much you were sucked up. We went to different schools. So I don't know how much you were caught up in console wars argument on the playground about our school. Like that, it was all the time.
I don't think that I was ever caught in arguments.
You're too busy
about
doing
anything.
important stuff like
Yeah.
music.
I was like, doing music and
Mm-hmm.
getting thrown into lockers and stuff.
It was like
You got thrown into lockers?
Oh yeah, all the way through high
Farts.
school. Into
Did
like
you do it to him
freshman
in high
year.
school?
I have never been
Not like
cruel.
into a locker like on TV, but like
Checked.
checked
Yeah.
into the locker.
Yeah.
Like they did it because they knew who you were, or just like you were being jostled as like a
Probably a mixture of both. Because I came from private school, and I was like, you guys met me in high school, so you didn't know about that previous.
But you were in middle school, right?
At Round Valley.
Yeah, so we would have.
You did it, not me.
So we would have. I mean, I would have. We were there.
Yeah. Okay.
I remember a real nasty fight in the
with
hallway.
you?
No. In that building.
Oh,
Between
yeah.
a boy
I was
and a
gonna
girl.
say you don't strike me as someone who would have fought people in school.
No,
Yeah.
I was not a big fighter. I'm a lover.
I was gonna say path of least resistance. Yes, I was also. I got into situations where there were going to be fights, but I didn't fight anybody. Yeah.
But I didn't fight anybody over Sega or versus Nintendo. I think I was mostly immersed by Nintendo, really, with most of my friends at that point, anyway.
Yeah, I like our lunchrooms and our recess. Like it came up pretty often where
had
people
like different jackets, like different insignias on your.
I imagine your parents getting a phone call like, young Ramit has been in a fight.
No,
And
no.
oh God, what happened? This was Nintendo versus Sega. You went down.
You know,
half the kids like, you don't want these knuckles.
It very much reflects the world we're in today, where like I remember like bringing in what I would say would be facts to the argument, and other people just
don't do that.
Right? Other people were just like blast processing and all that, and I'm like, blast processing isn't real. It's not a real thing. But now it's so stupid because those people probably aren't playing games anymore and don't remember any of that and didn't really have a dog in the fight back then. They just wanted to be a pain in the ass. So.
But this podcast isn't for those people.
That's right. This is for the lovers. And we love Sega and Sonic and all
Absolutely.
their franchises here. Like I said, even when I was a kid and I loved Nintendo, I still had a Genesis and I had every Sega system after that. Well, that's a lie. I had a Sega CD. I didn't have a 32X. I wanted to get a Saturn, but didn't have the money. I had a Dreamcast.
Man, they kept going, didn't they?
Dreamcast was the one where it ended, and I remember I've talked about this before.
That controller was crazy.
The Dreamcast controller was very strange. Like it was just.
It had that little spot for like
a
the
window or
for
something.
the Tamagotchi.
It had the window for the guys.
Oh, it's a Tamagotchi window. Is that what it was?
No, it's called a VMU, guys. A virtual memory unit. It was it was the memory card, but it had a window with like a little digital display, and it had a little directional.
Take it out and play with it.
A little directional pad and 2 buttons on it. You could do like little mini games on it. Yes, but the controller had that, so that's a little strange. And then it had like the cord came out of the bottom of the controller, which was strange. Folly. And it had like a little groove at the top of the controller in the plastic where you could like push the cord in to make it sit there. But the controller had kind of like a weird shape to it too. I remember like
double half moon kind of
it was like on its way to what would become the original Xbox controller, like big and bulky like that. But I love the Dreamcast, and I know I've told the story a whole bunch of times. I remember like loving the Dreamcast and being really excited for it and playing games. And then like 2 years after it was out, I got an issue of, I'm going to say, Game Players magazine. And it had like the Dreamcast on the front of it, but it was sitting in like a hospital. And it had like, I want to say Sonic and Dr. Robotnik. And Robotnik was like listening to the Dreamcast with a stethoscope. And it was like, is the Dreamcast dying? And I remember being like, it just came out. How could it be dying? But that was true. It died because Sega burned too many bridges.
That
from
was the one sensationalist rumor that was true.
Sega had a hit with the Genesis, and then they lost people with the Sega CD, and then they lost people with the 32X, and then they lost people with the Saturn. And then when the Dreamcast came around and it was like legitimately good, not that the other systems weren't good, but like it seems like they really got their stuff back together with the Dreamcast. People were like, no, you've burned us too many times. Like, I'm not going to buy the Dreamcast. And then they went away a third party. So that's a little history lesson for you. Those were the days we lived through. All of us at this table lived through those days.
I have the scars. They remind me the past is real.
I definitely have the scars, without a doubt. I remember we could go down to high school memory lane. I remember
that's what they're here for.
Having people over for the Dreamcast. It came out $99.99, and I picked it up and like had people over. Pete Tsai was there.
Not us yet, though. We weren't really.
No, we didn't get to be friends until after high school. Like towards the very end of high school, we started to co-mingle a little bit.
You and Nikki Hill had a joint birthday party at
We did. His
your-
birthday is 2 days before my. 2
I
days
was
after?
there.
1 day before. Oh man, he's gonna be so mad.
It was at your
It's the
parents'
18th.
house.
18, 3 days after. 3
There you
days
go.
after. Yes.
And I don't remember if did you
It
go to that?
was
No.
me,
Yeah.
him, and then a third person, a female who was in our grade.
Yeah.
I didn't go to it because I didn't know him,
Yeah.
and Mike and I, and Nikki Hill and I hadn't talked in years. Not any
It
bad
was our
blood or
Super
anything.
Sweet
Just
16 party. is
you
what
know.
it was,
Yeah, I remember going.
We
and
went
it
to-
being there's somewhere pictures of
boy
us
girl party scandalous.
in like cowboy. We brought cowboy hats
Clearly.
and cap
Romy
guns.
Cowboy was in your future.
Okay.
And I think that's how Travis
I've seen
and I.
pictures of that.
Yeah, I think that's how Travis and I became homecoming dates.
There you go.
Okay.
Like-
okay.
Yeah, that
At
was
my parents' house, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
seeing pictures of that. Yeah, because it was the perfect time where I had lost touch with Nikki Hill just because we didn't have classes together. So I
But what a
hadn't
weird
seen him in
like
a while.
jump. Like you were not involved, and then
I will
Mhm.
never, ever, ever forget like the first time you and I actually hung out, like without like a whole bunch of other people. It was me, you, and Lube actually.
Okay.
And we were going to your house in the house we talked about earlier.
Okay.
And I vividly remember thinking like, oh my God, I think like we're actually becoming friends. Cause while I didn't know you, like know you, there was like, I want to say there was like the legend of you just cause you had
The
in high
legend
school.
of me.
Well,
Oh
in
my
high school,
God,
it's
I'm
like,
so
he's the
flattered.
guy. It's like, name somebody who's in high school that's in a band. You were the guy that was named. So when you think of somebody who's in a band and plays an instrument and sings and all that, it's like, that's upper echelon high school tier. And I was like,
Wow.
I can't believe I'm going to be friends with this guy because it just seemed like two worlds where I was like, this is never going to
and
work out.
Nintendo was like, I can't believe
Become
you're friends with him.
Yeah, I'll never forget that memory. Like I remember being in the car going to your house and thinking like, I think we're actually becoming friends.
It's
now.
really happening.
And here we are,
Man.
all these years later.
That was like a formidable year of our lives right there.
There are like certain years that I can pinpoint that are those kind of years, and that was one of them without a doubt.
Joust. We'll always have Joust.
Joust, Donkey Konga, yep, all of them.
Donkey Konga.
All the important memories are tied to video games.
That's right. That's right.
Those were the times. And now look, we had our talk last night without getting into super specifics, but I'd say we're all doing pretty well. And I think
Doing
we're
pretty
all
nice.
on the let's say good side of things. Let's
We're
put
all
it that
very
way.
rich in soul.
Yes, that's a great way of saying it. I'll
I
take it.
think that's true.
All right, let's get to the regular stuff. Mom Brain, did you know that you could join the Patreon
For $1.
for $1? Do you know when you're not here, I short circuit every time because you're the one I ask, Mom Brain, do you know? And when I go to do that bit, I'm like, what do I say here? Because I don't remember because it's you. So when it's not you, I just fumble around and then I'm like, oh, I got to say somebody
I
else's
think
name.
you fumble around in life in general when I'm not here.
You know, I want to push back on that, but it's not
Don't.
wrong. It's not wrong. I can't. In many ways, that is very true. In a few ways, it's true for you, but in many ways, it's true for me.
What if you weren't here?
There's a few things,
If you
like
weren't-
today with the vacuum
yeah,
cleaner.
Yeah,
You need help
yeah,
with
yeah.
that.
And
That's
I
what
would
I'm here for.
probably like not have like I wouldn't be able to.
You wouldn't be as cool, that's for sure.
I don't regulate myself well. I benefit from reminders to
mm.
like regulate.
That's very true.
Yeah.
That's very true. What did I write about on Patreon this week? Let me tell you. I wrote about Pop You Com, which is a game that's coming to the Switch. It was talked about
made that
in
up.
the direct. It's a 2 to 4 player online co-op, or you could do local 2-player. Like puzzle platformer adventure that's got a little bit of Splatoon in it. Last week I talked about how much I was really interested in it, and I wrote about it this week here because I just think the game looks awesome. And I read the reviews on Steam because the PC version is out and people are really down for it. And I think there's something to the game. I think it looks like a lot of fun, and I think it'll do well with Nintendo fans. So hopefully, when it does come out on Switch, we just know it's holiday this year. I don't think it has an actual date other than holiday 2025, but hopefully when it comes over to Switch, it finds an audience, because it seems like people on PC who played it really do like it, but it's not a very large audience over there. And I think, colorful puzzle platformer on a Nintendo platform really can get some attention. So we'll see what happens there. So I wrote about that. You know what else I wrote about? Demon Slayer, which is something else you have a connection to. You don't watch
yeah,
it,
sorta.
but yeah, well,
I watched it once.
So I have Nikki Hill and I
Uh-huh.
have Dew, and
Yeah.
they only know of Demon Slayer because I talk about Demon Slayer.
No, I
You
sat
know,
through
yes.
it in a movie theater.
You
for
didn't
sure.
know what was going on or anything, but you have participated
I was so
in Demon Slayer.
confused.
So great.
My son wanted to see Demon Slayer in the theater, and I thought, well, that sounds like it'd be a pretty cool movie. And I didn't know that there was like a lot of stuff I needed to know.
You went in on, so you saw the Mugen Train movie,
Yeah,
and I cannot imagine what it would be like going to see
that's
that
what
movie.
you said
not
right
knowing
afterwards. You were
anything.
like, "How did you even watch that movie?"
Because like that movie,
Perseverance.
that was the first movie that they did, and it takes place directly after the first season of the show, maybe the second season, I don't remember.
Clearly, some big things had gone
But like
down
so
just
much is
prior
going
to
on,
it.
yeah. Like there's a whole like season's worth of baseline for stuff explained as far as what everybody's doing. And the movie, obviously, they're like, people who go see the movie don't need this explained to them unless you're a parent going with your kids. So
Yeah.
you go into that and you're like,
Yeah,
what the hell?
Or you're going with your partner and you.
We didn't go see that movie though.
Yeah, but
I watched that at home.
I've been to all
didn't
the
you
movies.
just see the new one?
We saw the new one together, which is what I wrote about on
Never seen an
Patreon.
episode
Man,
of
you're
the
great
show.
for
So getting you back on track.
Yep. Track, and the other, and that movie was about a train.
That's right.
Oh.
There's layers to this.
Now you could hit the train. There you go. So yes, we saw the movie, and I didn't write about my thoughts on the movie. I wrote about how Mom Brain hears about this all the time, and I don't really talk about it in great detail with friends, really at all with friends, because I know I'll get crapped on for it. But I do talk about it on the podcast because it's my safe space, and other people are listening. This is going to be all about high school today.
We're really gonna work through some things.
Yeah, right. High school trauma. Back in high school, I was like, I don't want to say trifecta, but like, I loved anime like I do now, and I loved video games. And back then, you really got crapped on for liking video games in like the late middle school, early high school era for us. So 90s, mid to late 90s. And I used to always get crap for liking video games, even in grade school. Like that just continued. But that was like the best thing in the world versus anime. If anybody heard you like anime, like I got browbeat for liking anime. And I hardly ever brought it up. But like if I brought it up to one person at one point, it was just that was it for the rest of my high
But
school
wasn't
career.
it sort of associated with like sexual stuff?
Yes.
Like
I mean, still
like,
to that,
people didn't really understand that it was an entire just like a
yes.
like cartoons from another country.
Yeah,
basically.
you're exactly right. And that's what a lot of people would say, like, oh, that's weird. Or,
Which
"Oh,
would have
that's-"
made me think you were cooler. I'd be like,
right? I'm
he's
like,
into
what?
sexual cartoons? Where have you been all my life?
I love sexual cartoons. So yeah, it's like you would think, yeah, at that age, like late middle school or early high school, people be like, wait, there's cartoons with like nudity? That sounds great.
Yeah.
But yes, that's what it was. A lot of people would look at you as weird or call you weird, and like I'm not going to go into all of it, but yes, I got like really, really harassed for that stuff, and that was not me bringing it up. Like at one point, I brought it up with somebody or within a group of people, and it just became like a thing, and then I would get harassed for it by people who I didn't even know or talk to, but heard through the group. And I was like, what is happening here? So like to go from that to where anime is now, like anime is the hugest genre of entertainment on Netflix and on Hulu. Crunchyroll doesn't count because that's all Crunchyroll is, but like it's mainstream, 100% mainstream now. It's like a regular thing and millions of people are watching it. And I just will never get over that. So like whenever we go to the theater to see something there, like we went to Demon Slayer, the latest movie, theater was packed, like
Really?
filled to the brim.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I walked in and I got like goosebumps and I like felt like tearing up because I'm like, can't believe like I'm in a time where this is happening. This is great. And
Unfortunately, only everything else had to fall apart for that to happen.
Yeah.
right. And I always say, I'm like, Mom Brain, I was born 20 years too late. If I was just born
gonna lie,
a
I'm
couple
sweating a
decades
little
later,
bit.
I would have been in with the group that was in on this stuff from the ground floor.
Yeah.
So it's just awesome to experience that and just it's a whole thing that I get out of anime now that I didn't get back then. It's just great to see. I just love being a part of it. And I wrote about that aspect of it because I'm like, I can't believe, give things a couple decades and stuff changes. And video games are very much the norm. Like they became the norm much quicker. And like, that's like a default form of entertainment.
Thank you,
now.
Farmville, for really
That's where all the
mainstream.
Yep, that's where all the praise deserves to go to. So I wrote about that part of Demon Slayer, but Mom Brain, if you want to share your opinions on the movie, you go right ahead because we didn't talk about it.
I don't have.
Mom Brain went in knowing.
Did you know anything about it before you?
She knows bare bones of it.
I mean, I think I've said this before, but for the listeners who have not heard me say it, I'm not a big like action fighting person. I don't.
And it's got nothing to do with anime. It's like entertainment in general.
Occasionally I can appreciate like a cool action sequence, whatever, but like never have I been like, if you took that out of the movie, I'd be sad. So there were chunks of the Demon Slayer movie that were like very action heavy. And one of my big pet peeves in anime, I mean in anything, but I've only ever seen it in anime, is when they're like narrating their own actions. So it's like third dimension.
I love hearing this.
Insect breathing, dancing dragonfly, and I'm like, but why are you saying that? That's what you're doing. Like it's like when you're teaching kids to write, you're like, show me, don't tell me.
Oh, are these their moves that they're saying as they're doing their moves?
There's for a long time. The best part about it is every word of that was right except for dimension. Everything else you said was an actual thing. So there's an anime trope for a long time where in action anime, or it's called shonen anime, people will usually say the names of moves that they're going to do just because it's a trope, it's a thing. And sometimes in the plot it ties into the plot. Sometimes in the plot it ties in, but more often than not it doesn't. It's just like a thing. And I don't know where it originally stems from, but there's things like Power Rangers and Kamen Rider where like those things were done because it gets kids' attention, and then when the toys are in the stores, like they're like, oh, there's the thing, and I could do the move, and it's all a marketing thing. Yeah, exactly.
Millions have been spent on childhood brain development.
Yeah. So some of it is tied to that, but now it's like just the trope of a particular portion of anime. And we were talking about it on the ride home from the movie a couple of weeks ago, because I was like, I can see somebody seeing that and not enjoying it. And I'm like, I totally get it. Like, I completely understand. But me, someone who's watched anime for a couple decades, there's something about it that I really enjoy. Like, I find something about it like endearing, especially when it's like a move that like, they save up for special occasions. And so I'm like, oh, they're pulling out this move. This is going to be like a big thing. So
it'd be funny in like a seduction scenario.
It would. You're right. Totally.
I'm trying to think of like a way to say it in Demon Slayer. Bedroom breathing, fifth form, downward facing
anything really.
Downward facing penis. But you're right, Mom Brain. When they got like Demon Slayer has a lot of that because everybody learns their breathing techniques for the forms that they're sword fighting. So there's insect and fire and water and Tanjiro, the main guy, has his own thing. So there's a lot. Yes. So you do
too many breathing techniques for my anime tastes.
Well, there is one guy in the anime that only knows one technique. He can only do one. So you only ever hear one from him.
Right.
So that one, that's who you start with. You start with that guy and you're like,
but then he never shuts up about only knowing the one and talking about the one and how there's 7 other ones and here are the 7 other ones.
Well, that's because him and that guy were trained together.
It's just not my thing.
Yes.
And I'm not yucking anybody's yum.
No. I mean, you've seen plenty of anime that you legit like and enjoy. Yeah. It's just that you're not really into shonen anime. Shonen anime is a lot of fighting.
Yeah.
But to be fair, Demon Slayer
pushing back on you on the Discord.
And that's I want to
go in and look.
And that they make a good point too, but
strong. I'm just see. I get lost in anime conversations because I absolutely love it.
This is your hog heaven right now.
I know. I really do.
Just bask
so many times where it happens all the time where I'll apologize to Mom Brain. I'll be like, I know you don't care about this, And I so thank you for listening to me, because I know like you're not getting anything out of this other than it's making me happy. But I'm like, I can't talk to my friends about it because they will crap on me or they just don't care. And I very much recognize that. So I'm like, it's you or the podcast.
I try to listen, but I glaze over.
I got to be completely honest. And I'm not saying this just to glaze you because you're here. You're one of the best. Like, I know you'll let me
one
go.
Of the best.
You really are. You're one of the best. And I know you'll let me go. And I constantly in my mind pull myself back because I'm like, I know he's just being nice.
No,
and
I
I really
when people
appreciate it.
Are excited about stuff, and especially things that I'm not excited about, because it's even more fascinating to me that someone's excited about it, and I'm like, I don't even understand what it is.
Yes.
And this person loves it.
Well, and I enjoy that, and I also
Hi, Darmani.
enjoy, like, it's something that I wouldn't think to go and see on my own, and you never know what you're gonna like enjoy or whatever.
That was my thought, and I hated it, like totally hated it.
Yeah.
When it come from I'll do Michael's this thing. It was the hardest 2 hours of movie I've ever watched.
Yes, I mean, like that would be crazy for like most movie experiences where it's like, hey, go see this movie with me. It's based on a TV show and it's taking place right after everything has happened, and dive in, go ahead. And it's like, it's literally like someone speaking a foreign language to you.
Yeah,
like,
and my teenage son did not prepare me adequately, believe it or not.
Yeah, I saw
not enough information.
I got a TikTok from a lady who said she is really into anime, and she was like, I've been desperately trying to get my friends to watch Demon Slayer to lead up to the movie, and then we could all go to the movie together. And she's like, they wouldn't, but they would go to the movie with me. And she's like, okay, let me give you a quick rundown on what I think will be important, and we'll go see the movie together. And she said they went to go see the movie, and she said something like, it was like 6 people all together, and 3 of them were like, I'm going to go home and watch this whole thing. This was great. And the other 3 were like, I'm very happy I could make you have a better time, but
like
I don't know what's going on
cilantro.
there. Exactly. Some people it's soap and some people it's delicious.
That's right.
Well, I mean, all that for me is to say that the story elements,
yes,
there were some story parts that I enjoyed thoroughly,
Yes.
right? And I was glad to have seen those stories, and could only imagine that if I knew all the background and was in more, I would have enjoyed it on an even
the best
level.
part is the one guy you get the main story for, in the big fight at the end. That guy.
Yeah.
We have not gotten his story. Like, we've been waiting to find out his story. So you got pretty much everything that we've been waiting to get. So yes, that makes perfect sense, because you saw his whole arc pretty much as far as like what happened to him. So yeah, that makes sense. But that was like 1/3 of the movie. So the other 2/3, you're like, I don't know who these people are or why they're fighting.
Also, I would go to pretty much any movie because I love movie theaters.
Oh, that's a whole vibe. For sure.
Right? Like, I just love being in a movie
Does
theater.
your movie theater have good nachos up here?
I've not had them.
And she's a big nacho
That's
fan
normally
too.
what
That's
I
funny.
get, but they've started to cheap out on nachos in a lot of these
You got to
places.
try
that I
them.
get.
I like
I can't believe we
popcorn.
haven't done that.
Yeah.
But now, if I'm gonna have nachos, I also have to have handy wipes because I don't.
October
Can't be leaving lime slime everywhere you go.
October 20
George,
something.
is that true?
I'm down with the lime slime. I put it everywhere. I use it as a lotion
A limeshin.
in my nether regions.
George, we're
On
not
my
doing
lime bag.
George, we're
I
not
put it
doing
on
that.
my lime bag.
George, stop.
In his
Can you
grove-
do
in the
something?
grove.
Stop him. I don't think he should be talking like that.
About his lime bag?
Yes.
He can if he wants. We're all friends here.
Is this thing on?
Josh, you can't help anybody.
That was a really great
Thank
story.
you.
Don't
So
encourage him.
okay, I won't. So anyway, as far as my thoughts on the movie itself, there were things that happened plot-wise that I was really interested in, really liked, but I thought the pacing of the movie was like completely off, because there's going to be 3 movies that wrap up the whole thing. Then it's done, and this was the first of those 3 movies, and it was paced pretty much like it was a condensed season of the show. So if it was the show and you got like, I don't know, 6 to 8 22-minute episodes, it would have been perfect. Like, it would have worked out great.
Right.
But it's very clear they were like, let's just make it a movie instead. But they didn't think of like fitting it better to the movie format. So I felt pacing was off, and I was disappointed by that. But storyline wise, I got no complaints.
There was like an arc every 19 minutes or something.
Yeah, it was. They would like, it was very clear. Like, if they did it in a TV show, it would have been like the beginning, or like the lead up to a fight, the backstory of the person in the fight, then the end of the fight. and then then it would have rinse and repeat. But in the movie, you just get hit with all of it all at once, and it's like this pacing's wrong. Like this doesn't work for the movie. I feel like I'm in the minority because it seems like people absolutely love the movie. I didn't dislike the movie. If I just took the pieces and parts as they existed in the movie, I don't have any complaints. But cram them together as a movie, then I have complaints about length and pacing and all that. So, what I got out of the movie storyline wise, I loved. It's just for me. It didn't work well as a movie.
Well, length and pacing can often be a problem.
Right. I get 5 minutes at best, and that's as good as it is.
And short.
So, thank you again, Mom Brain, for. She's looking for something. She really wants something here.
Hit it.
You're out of practice.
Wow. What a hole.
There we go.
There it is.
So thank you again, Mom Brain, for going to see that with me.
The pleasure
But
really was mine.
think about it. Next month, we're going to an anime movie that you actually care about.
And I'm gonna have to watch like
recap?
a recap. Will you watch it with me?
A recap?
Yeah.
I'll watch a YouTube recap. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to see the Chainsaw Man movie, which is an anime Mom Brain watched and really liked. Correct? Like you really enjoyed it.
Yeah, loved it.
So you will know exactly what's going on in
Because
the movie.
what I do adore about anime and media in general is when there's no limits. Like you're just telling a story, and however it comes out, it comes out. Like a chainsaw comes out of a man's head. And that's just
Yeah,
like,
you don't have to set it into some sort of real world
like
explanation.
R-Type explained it a long time ago in the best possible way. He was like, when you're watching an anime,
read
in the very beginning, you just have to figure out what the rules are. Like, what is this world that we're about to be in? And then you're good.
Mhm.
And I think that's like perfect. And I love that. I love that like that's the kind of story I want to see. Like, I don't want to watch a rom-com. No hate. But like, that's not for me. That's not my, like, I want to see something that's like wild.
But
like,
Chainsaw Man has plenty of rom-com elements.
yes,
to
but
it,
like,
too.
but tell it to me
Yeah.
in a way that is like fantastical. Like
Yeah.
I like, I'm not saying I'm special, but I have like a pretty good imagination, and I appreciate something that like someone that really uses their imagination. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's why like the people that we enjoy spending time with the most and have the most fun with, we're like talking about like, oh, what if this happened? And like, imagine if da-da-da. And like, that's what I enjoy. I don't, the things that are happening that are real in the world right now, I don't want to talk about. I don't want to think about them. Right. I want to like,
Well, Chainsaw Man is very far removed from the real world in some ways, not in all ways.
yeah.
So we'll have our review of that next month. Very excited for that. But yeah, it's been a couple of years since that first season aired. Yeah, I will definitely need a recap. What else I write about? I wrote about overwhelming games that you play where you feel overwhelmed
All
by
of them.
some area or another.
Yeah,
I knew you were going
seriously.
to say that. And because I was playing, I was replaying Hollow Knight, and I was feeling overwhelmed by the sense or by the scope of the world, because it's a Metroidvania, but it's a particularly big Metroidvania.
Mhm.
And with the way the map works and pinning stuff works, I got to a point where I was like, so many places I need to go back to, and I forget why I need to go back there. It's just, I made my way through it, but still I was feeling overwhelmed, and I had to pick a spot where I was like, okay, I'm just going to go do this one thing, and then I'll take it from there.
Mhm.
So you guys, Mom Brain, Music Man, any games recently or in general that have made you feel overwhelmed?
All of them.
I played. I was talking to Do about this last night.
Hi, Colossus.
I went back to Assassin's Creed not too long ago.
Okay.
And I hadn't played it in years, and I could play Valhalla for free. And I was like, okay, I'll check this out. And I played it for like a good 15 hours or so. And I was like, okay, I'm kind of digging this game. And then I got past the point where all of a sudden the game opened up. Like all of a sudden it was like, here's all the things you need to do or can do in this game. And I was like, oh no,
Yeah.
no, like I can't.
Yeah.
I have a job.
I liked it when it was just this little space and I knew what was going on and I could manage everything. Yeah. When I wrote this post, somebody brought up The Witcher 3 because they were
Mhm.
like, there's the tutorial space in Witcher 3, which is very big, but manageable. And then you realize that that's like a tiny sliver of what the game is, and
Yeah.
then it opens up, and you're like, oh my god, like what am I supposed to do here? This is too much. So
But in some games it doesn't bother me. But in some games it's just like
yeah,
there's like I think maybe knowing all of the things that are out there for me to do is not a good thing.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah. I was gonna say there's a certain kind of like magic to the games that don't make you feel that way versus do, but I don't know that I could like quantify what that is.
Right.
It's just, there's some of things that are happening as you're working through them. If they like info dump or lore dump a whole bunch of stuff on you right when the section opens up, then yeah, I'm like, oh my
Mhm.
god, like what where do I even go? Like where do I start? But like something like Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, things are out there, but I've never felt like pressure to do anything or like learn everything right away. It was just like, there's these tall towers. I'm gonna go to
Right.
these towers, and that's what I'm gonna
Right.
do. And
Even
like
Red Dead, same kind of thing.
yeah, you just
Yeah.
wander out there and whatever. It doesn't feel like you're like being imposed upon with like, here's all these things you should be doing. It's just pretty much like, there's things to do, go do whatever you
Mhm.
want. So yeah, wrote about that. Mom, Brain, you don't feel overwhelmed by like Hello Kitty or Animal Crossing or
Sometimes
stuff like
I
that?
do because I'm
Oh,
like,
no.
there's so much to be done.
I would feel that way about Animal Crossing. I don't think I could do it.
Yeah, but then you hit a point where you're like, I don't want to be doing anymore.
Yeah.
And then you're like, then I'm done with the game.
Yeah, dude, talking about that squid that he couldn't catch for like weeks and weeks and weeks. That was stressing me out.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
the ticker's cramping up. Yeah.
Time's running out, dude. You got to get it. Yeah, and it all lends itself to like what kind of gamer you are, even zoomed out what kind of person you are, how much that stuff like riles you up or makes you agitated or like sticks in the back of your mind, like, oh, I got to get this thing because time's running out, and if I don't get it, then I'm going to miss my chance. Yeah, all that plays into it. So I wrote about that. I wrote about a game called Artist Impact, which is coming out on Switch in 2026. I want to say spring 2026. Didn't know anything about this game. It was on PC, or it's on PC right now. It looks awesome. It's an RPG, and it's got pixel art, and it's got hand-drawn art, and it's got like ridiculously smooth animation, and it's got humor and serious aspects, and it's got like comic book paneling for some parts of the story. It's just like the vibe of the game is crazy. It looked so interesting to me. So I put the trailer up for that on Patreon and talked about the game. It's going to be like a little game that like not a lot of people know about or pay attention to. It's coming from a small publisher. I don't even remember what the publisher is. It might be like CFK or something like that. But it looks so cool to me. It could be, it could end up being a sleeper hit. But if you don't know anything about it, and it's supposed to be like a short experience too, so it's not going to take you a very long time like most RPGs do. So keep an eye out for that. Like I said, it's coming to Switch next year. Who the hell is publishing it on Switch? But it was announced. It was just announced for Switch this week with very little impact, or very little impact, very little fanfare. So keep an eye out for it. Sorry, I forgot I had my volume up from the Jeopardy
all the
thing.
way up.
It is old person phone. It is being published by. You're not going to tell me? Son of a bitch! I don't know. Look it up. It's being published.
Do your own research.
I don't know. I could see like I want to take forever and look it up, but I don't want to. HappyNet is publishing it, so not a big publisher at all. If anything, CFK is bigger than them, so not a publisher a lot of people know. Yeah, they put the trailer up and it's got like 700 views. So, but comments are very positive. Seriously, take a look at that game. Looks really cool to be a cheap one. And if you want to get it on PC right now, you can for like $15. It's on sale for $15, normally $18. Artist Impact looks cool. I also wrote about gaming accessories. What's an accessory for video games you've purchased that you now use all the time and maybe can't even live without? And I said like the big game changer for me has been like a little crappy pair of like earbuds. Just like this is funny because you talk about trying to find a headset that works.
I'm very unhappy with headsets. Yeah.
And I can play when we're playing Fortnite. I can play with like the big headset for a couple hours and it's fine, but towards the end, like my ears really start to hurt.
I get the sweaty ears, or it's pushing
Ooh.
on
Yep.
my
On the
temples,
glasses.
on my glasses.
Yeah.
And then like usually we'll play Fortnite, I'll go do a round of work, and then I'll come back to play something on my own. But putting back on the headphones, my ears immediately hurt, and I can't play like that.
You should try. You probably can't.
No,
but
I
my
have
after-
an answer.
Oh.
Like I got those little like $5
right.
earbuds back when we were buying from Amazon, like the Amazon Basics earbuds.
With, like,
Because
the
I'm
mic
like,
on the
yeah.
thing.
But that's not what I'm using to talk to you guys with. I'm just using that for when I'm playing, just because I'd rather do that than
Are you
sound out
always
of the TV.
headphones when you play?
Now I am, because of these things. I put in the
Okay.
earbuds and I can hear much better. It sounds better than a TV. And I don't want to always turn on like the big sound system and all that stuff. I just put in the earbuds. So I am 100% of the time earbuds when I play solo stuff. And it's just
That's
made
I
such
also
a
look
difference.
ridiculous with those big headphones on.
Everybody
too.
does.
Yeah.
Like everybody gets like the headphone dent in the top of their head and everything.
Mhm.
But using the earbuds, like I feel like I hear everything way better. I'm comfortable. Like they're never painful. It's what I go to every single time. So it's one of the accessories I turn to every single time. And now I seriously don't want to play without it. So that's my accessory. I haven't read what you guys said yet because I posted this just last night. But I said, like, I have a graveyard of other accessories from game stuff where I was like, hi, Tony De La Mancha, where I was like, I'm going to use this all the time. And I used it for a couple months and then it fell off. Hi, 8-Bit Lego. Good to see you. Yes, Nikki Hill does look different this week. 8-Bit Lego. Very
Far
different.
more handsome this week. Thank you for noticing.
Tony De La Mancha says, yes, Assassin's Creed is always too intimidating. These large games are full-time jobs. There you go.
So big.
Yeah, it's tough. To go back to that, when it comes to like those open world games, I have a thing in my brain where, you have a laundry list of things to do. My brain is like, well, you must do them all.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
like,
I know.
That was very Beavis and Butthead sounding.
You were
You
talking
must
about
do them all.
wanting to 100% all of the levels of the bananas on
Oh,
Bonanza.
Bonanza,
And
yeah.
I'm like, we've talked about me playing that, and I'm just like, I don't think I'd be so frustrated because there's some that are like, they're right there,
Yes.
but I'm like,
there are ones that are not obvious at all.
I try
yeah.
like 5 times, and I'm like, I can't get this thing.
Yeah, and that good thing about that game is you don't have to do that. I tend to like with Donkey Kong Bonanza, like there's not a bazillion things to do, like, but there are a lot of bananas to get. But one kind of thing where there's many things to get, I'm fine with. Like, if the 100% I had to get, a bazillion bananas and a whole bunch of gems and a whole bunch of this, that, and the other thing, I feel overwhelmed. But with like the one banana or just hunting down all the bananas, I'm okay with it. And I was having so much fun that I was enjoying it. But I totally get like, stages are crammed with bananas. And like you said, you can usually get enough that you can progress.
But I do
and you're
get that
fine.
nervousness of like, oh man, now I need to like know where they all are and that kind of thing. And so yeah.
Well, you could go to the
I can talk myself out of playing any game.
You can talk to the God, I haven't played the game in like less than a week and I forget the name of the guys already. The blue crystal guys. You know what I'm talking about. They're in towns and
Breaking Bad.
You talk to them and they give you things and change outfits, whatever they're called. You can talk to one of them and just give him like 100 or 200. You can pay them and get bananas instead of going out to hunt them.
Yeah,
so,
but that's not a game. That's just capitalism.
Fractones. Thank you, Radical Defect. It's true. Like if you want to, capitalism's a game.
I'm not
meaning
bringing
of it.
capitalism to Bonanza. That is an innocent world.
I'm keeping it pure. So yeah, I totally understand somebody getting into that and getting overwhelmed. But yes, you are not alone in those feelings. It's queso day. Happy queso day.
Happy queso day, guys.
Happy queso.
Anybody have any wet cheese? That's what I call it.
Wet cheese. Yeah. And it's always wet. Were you in school when? Who was it?
You gotta keep this going for a bit because I already have to pick.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So it was Nacho Day, every so often in middle school, and someone collected all of the leftover cheese.
Oh God, I don't know about this, but
it
keep
was
going.
in the paper thing with and the cheese, and somebody. It was a boy. Oh, I can see his face.
Boys.
I can see his face, and it'll come to me at some point. He was very sweet.
Did you say Nikki Hill?
And he collected he just scraped everybody's leftover wet cheese into one big thing and then ate the whole thing. Yes. Yes, and I'm gonna text Draw because she'll
Text draw.
she'll remember. She'll remember for sure. But yeah,
So
I
this
remember
is someone
like,
I know. I'm about to find out the name
Yeah.
of somebody that I know who ate everybody's wet cheese.
yeah, and if I have
leftovers.
to, I'll go get a yearbook because I can see his
man.
face.
I
but-
recommend visiting old friends, everybody. It's worth it.
You know what's funny is because now we're old, I've realized that like catching up with people that like you have a shared past with, but don't, like Droth and I tell each other our shared history all the time. So
Right.
it's like every once in a while something will come up from one of us that's like, I didn't remember that, right? But it's like,
Right.
so it's someone remembering a part of your history
Sure.
that you just like
Oh,
hadn't
I know.
forgotten, or the
It's-
perspective that you
Especially with this crew.
Yeah.
Like, they remember things that I'm just like, oh my God, that did happen
Yeah.
at my house or whatever.
right. And it's like such a like a privilege to have that and to have people that we've had in our lives for that long.
For sure.
Give you the honor of all the
Yeah. Oh,
usual.
look at this. Oh, nerds. I am set.
We
I'm
got
set.
it for we ran out of candy and we went out to buy stuff and we didn't even give it to you.
Thanks, guys.
And then the only other thing, sorry to go back to this, but not sorry because I love it. As I did a few months ago on Patreon, I put together my list of anime I will be watching for the fall season because as much as I don't like to think about it, summer is coming to a close and fall is
I'm up
here.
here now.
And the fall season is about to get started anime wise. And I put together my list of fall anime I'm going to be watching. And as I did last time, I'll give you my picks and you could do with them as you please. I will be watching Yano-kun's Ordinary Days, which is it's a rom-com actually, Mom Brain, where it's about this girl who really likes this guy, but the guy is extremely clumsy and always ends up getting himself like hurt and into bad situations. And it's about like her being like, that's okay, we can work on this together, and like getting
Radical
to know
Defects
him.
as fractones, Rami Cowboy.
Yeah, I said that.
Oh.
I believe I thanked them. So there's that one. There's one called Let's Play, which is another rom-com, except this one is about a game designer. She loves video games and ends up making her own video game. And she puts it out, and then a streamer plays the game and says it's horrible. And she's like devastated. And then what happens? They end up bumping into each other. Like he moves into her apartment complex or something, and he's like really nice and friendly. And he doesn't know that she's the one that made the game. So she's like, oh my God, this is the guy that ruined my life, but also he's such a nice person. So it's about getting to know him. I thought it looked interesting. Mom Brain, this one has a name that I think will make you enticed. It's called This Monster Wants to Eat Me. It's about some girl that gets attacked by a mermaid, and the mermaid is like
like a Little Mermaid or like a
No.
real like
yes.
Yeah, like,
like
a
a-
biblically accurate
yeah,
mermaid.
yeah.
It doesn't look like that. It looks like,
because they're scary AF.
yeah, it doesn't look like a biblically accurate mermaid. It looks like,
Yeah.
but they act like that, which were, creatures that ate people. And she's basically like, I'm going to eat you, but you're not like at your most delicious yet. So I'm going to like keep an eye on you.
Give it about like
And-
3 more days. To day 22.
And they form some kind of like
It's a metaphor
weird,
for
not
marriage or
like
something.
a sexual or a love relationship, but they it's like Stockholm syndrome, basically. That's what
Mhm,
happens. So
mhm.
there's that one. There's the one I told you about. Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider,
Yes.
which is so good. It looks awesome. I'll explain it to you in normal people terms.
As a preview for our new podcast we're gonna do.
Oh my God, that would be, don't even joke about that. It'd be a dream come true. This is about a guy who, when he was a kid, he watched Kamen Rider. Kamen Rider is basically Power Rangers, except it's one guy.
Okay.
As far as I know, it's one guy. So he watched it as a kid, loved it as a kid, and apparently he was very influenced by it and wants to be like a good person and a helpful person as an adult. So he's 40 years old. He stays in fit because of watching the show when he was a kid. He tries to help people out, and he ends up like trying to be a hero in real life when people need help, are in trouble. He's like, I could actually be Kamen Rider. Why not get out there? And somebody starts being like a real life villain, and they don't have any special powers or anything, but they're out there causing harm. And this guy is like, oh my God, this is my time to actually be Kamen Rider. And like he has his mask from when he's from childhood of Kamen Rider, and he wears it as an adult to go out to hide his identity to like fight crime. So it's all about that. And I'm like, oh, this looks so good. And you're someone who's fond of superhero stuff. So
I like superhero stuff.
There might be something.
Even bad
to that.
superhero stuff. I like it.
Yeah. So there's that. That's probably towards the top of my list. There's one called Touring After the Apocalypse that I'm going to watch, and that is exactly what it sounds like. Two people after the apocalypse that are just alive when other people aren't alive, and it's about them exploring. There's one called Sanda. You might want to check this out because it's made by the same team who does Don Da Don. And it's about...
Have you watched Don Da Don?
No. Sounds like a computer warning sound.
I would love to hear you try and pitch that. Just give me a second. Sanda is basically about, I don't know exactly what happens, but it's about Santa. But Santa like getting into fights to save the world.
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see Santa having to fight.
But it doesn't look like Santa. You know, it's not.
Then
whatever.
why is it Santa?
Because it is Santa.
Okay.
You'll have to watch the trailer. I'm watching the second season.
Also, I'd like for him to be restful in the off season.
Yeah, he's busy.
Listen,
one
you gotta
night of the
watch.
year.
I'm not doing the story justice. You gotta watch the trailer.
And anyway, we all know who does the real work.
Mrs. Claus.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what happens in the show
Of
too.
course she does.
I'm watching the second, or I'm gonna watch the second season of Ranma 1/2. I knew of that anime. I never watched the original. The new version is out through Netflix. And the first season I absolutely adored. So I'm really happy the second season is coming out. My status as an assassin obviously exceeds the heroes. One of the famous anime long names that's coming out. And I thought that looked interesting. There's an anime called Genosha, which is based off a video game. It's a social deduction narrative adventure video game that won all kinds of awards. This is going to be an anime version or an anime adaptation of that. And then finally, Mom Brain, one that you watched a few seasons of and liked but fell off with. The final season of My Hero Academia is airing this fall, the end of it. And if you love superhero stuff, that's the one to go with. And you could start after the whole thing's over
Once
and see
I
what
get
you think.
through the first anime that I've been assigned, which I'm working on.
Oh yeah,
slowly.
I'm not dogpiling stuff on you. It's just whatever I think of the superhero connection. It's about
You got me to watch an anime more than once. So.
It's about a kid. People in the world have quirks, and quirks are superpowers. There comes a point where I think it's something like 80% of people in the world have some sort of quirk. Some of them have like they can flick their finger and they make like a little flame, and that's all that it is. And others are like super strong
Bic.
or whatever. Exactly. But there are people who are born without quirks. There's a kid. You usually don't get them until like
Muggle, correct?
You usually don't get them until like you're like middle school, something like that. There's a kid who loves superheroes, can't wait to get his quirk and hopefully help out people. And he is quirkless. It ends up he does not get a quirk, and it breaks his heart. And his favorite hero is All Might.
But does he end up getting the best quirk of all?
Well, All Might is
Or is
like
that a spoiler?
the Superman of the universe, and he adores All Might. So All Might ends up saving him one day. And I'm not going to get into all the details, but All Might is like, I want you to carry the torch for me. And he ends up picking him, and he's like, I'm going to give you my power, basically, but you're not going to be able to handle it. You're going to have to train and like, blah, 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 blah. So it's about him. Like every episode starts off with a narrative of the main character Deku, which is the little kid. He says like, this is the story of how I became the greatest hero in the world, or the most powerful hero in the world. So you watch about it. It's so good. Like if you like superhero stuff, I would be shocked if you didn't like it, but it is filled with a lot of anime tropes. And I don't mean sexual stuff. I mean like, lots of the faces, lots of the
cartoon porn.
Yeah.
No complaints here.
So, but I'm not whatever. I'm not selling you on it. But yeah, you watched a few seasons and really like it. Just things got in the way and whatever.
Yeah, and it just teeters on the edge of like too fighting forward for me. Like just right, and I think that's why I was like Frieren, Delicious in Dungeon. I no pun intended.
Hardly
devoured.
any fighting.
I devour right.
Yeah.
Don Da Don.
That's it. Go back to Solo Man.
And I've been saving up the second season for when I can.
Second
sit
season
down
just ended.
Yeah.
The second season, I love the first season. The
Yeah.
second season is like firing on all cylinders.
Can you spell Dantadon for me?
DANDADAN.
Just like it sounds.
Yes. The second season is perfection. As far as what Don has to offer, it is perfect. The last episode made me cry because there's a character I really identify with, and the stuff that he was saying and happens with him, it's good. But go ahead. You give a quick elevator pitch.
So first of
on
all,
Don Da Don.
the music and the art, like the drawing, the style of Don Da Don is enough for me to do the like little kid in front of a television on Saturday morning, just like stare. There's just something about it that I really love. So to set the scene, there's a love story in it, and there's action in it, and like a friendship like dynamics in like a high school. They're like high schoolers. So it's the main characters are two high schoolers who don't know each other, a girl and a boy. The girl is really into like paranormal stuff, and the boy is really into aliens, right? He's into it.
He is
like ghosts, paranormal.
Well,
Yeah, one of them
one
really
of
likes
is-
aliens, and one of them really likes ghosts. And I
Yes,
forget
he's
which is
the
which.
alien.
Yeah. So okay.
he's the one that likes
And they
aliens. He's
end
the
up
alien.
like meeting and are like bickering playfully kind of about like which one's better, and one doesn't believe the other. So it's basically like, well, let me show you.
Yeah, one is full on, I believe UFOs and aliens, and I don't believe in ghosts at all. And the other one is the opposite.
A Mulder and Scully of you.
Yeah.
So then
It's
they
funny 'cause
end
there's
up
X-Files jokes in the show.
they end up on, like on these like they go out to like prove each other wrong or right, and they
Okay.
become intertwined.
Yeah, they say this is all in the first episode. They send each other to, like, one
Go
of them
ahead.
sends it to a place that's supposed to be haunted, and one of them sends it to a place that's supposed to be invaded by aliens. Go.
Yeah, I don't want to give
Okay.
away like
Yeah.
too much. So that's the whole premise of the story. But then because of that shared first experience, they end up intertwined in each other's lives, and like you can tell that there's like this budding romance. He's like quiet and nerdy and like
Yeah.
she would never like me, but he, like, you can tell he kind of has a crush on her, and she's very like headstrong and independent, and like you can tell she's like not admitting to herself that she kind of has a crush on him, but she does.
She don't need
And-
no man, you know?
yeah. So I don't know. There's just something about the intersection of all of the things that happen in the story that you wouldn't expect. I guess again, that's like sort of where I'm like
Okay.
so interested, but like it's so satisfying to see it all put together, and you're like so invested. But again, like the drawing and the music are just
I say this stuff to you all the time, but the original score for the anime,
Yeah.
like whoever is doing it, however many people is, they're like, it's a killer soundtrack. It elevates the show so much. Like it's just such. I've listened to the soundtrack while I'm working. It's just amazing. It's a really, really good soundtrack. There you go. Oh, that's you, Mom Brain. There you
Yeah.
go, Mom Brain. So yeah, it's probably one of my favorite anime in a long time, and I like
Yeah.
a lot of anime. But yeah, I love it for the relationship and the characters. Like there's action, there's comedy, there's romance. It's got like a little bit of everything, but it's just a really well done show, and it's great. And it's on Netflix, and you can watch both seasons. This, like I said, second season just finished up. But yes, that's it for all the Patreon stuff. Thanks for letting me go on about anime. I know I have trouble stopping, but you're all held hostage here, so I
For
apologize.
$1.
For $1, let's for $1 you could read even more about anime. Mom Brain, let's go to
For
news.
$1.
Take me to news, please. Finally. What did we get in the world of Nintendo this week? Let me tell you.
I got you.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Mom Brain. Please, this is a serious show. Thank you. First up, a Nintendo patent, as we've talked about many times, and I will always say, just so people don't take it the wrong way, when a patent from Nintendo is filed, it does not mean that the thing that's in the patent will become a reality. It could, it has, but sometimes it doesn't. So This is a potential idea that Nintendo is looking into, and this one is one that many people are excited about and have wanted for a very long time. This patent shows that Nintendo is looking into an achievements or trophies-like system for their hardware. It doesn't specifically say Switch or Switch 2 or anything like that, but you'd have to imagine that it would be for. But in typical Nintendo fashion, it's going to be a little bit different. And this would be system-wide. This is not. I know Nintendo's had some games where like this game might have achievements and this game might have special challenges, but it's not a system-wide thing like Xbox and Microsoft have. But this patent is for that. But again, it's slightly different. Shout out to the person I love, and I don't remember her name. Nintendo Patents Watch on Blue Sky. Fantastic account. Shout out to them for this. The patent shows that basically games will have in-game goals like, jump on this type of enemy 20 times or something like that. Standard achievement stuff. But the difference is you might get points for that for like an achievement overall thing, or you might get a digital reward. So say if you complete this challenge in a game, you will earn like a wallpaper or a digital theme or an avatar icon or something. And that's the only way to get those things. Or you will get points, and these points can be cashed in online to get a wallpaper or whatever, any kind of asset, whatever Nintendo wants to do. So you can actually spend these points that you earn by playing the games and completing these achievements on digital content that you can't get any other way. So that's kind of interesting.
That's a whole thing.
I turn off achievements and trophies right away because I really don't like that stuff. Because I don't like, if I'm playing a serious game, say I'm playing The Last of Us, and like, I won't get into spoilers. I'm in it. Somebody dies, and like the chapter ends, and it's like, trophy completed chapter 2. I'm like, this just took me out of what's going on.
It's so like disrespectful to the story and your experience.
And again, there's
bloom, watched your friend's head explode.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Like the trophies and achievements will have some kind of name too, where it's like boom, headshot. Yeah, exactly. And there's games where it's fine.
That'd be awesome. Thank you.
You making a coffee? Yeah.
Best coffee I've ever had.
Can I bother you for a coffee? I haven't had one from you in a while.
Yeah, sure.
Whatever. You do whatever. You do whatever. There's games where it doesn't matter, like I'm not going to play a Mario game and a achievement pops up and I'm like, it took me out of the experience. It's whatever. But so I just turn them off because I don't care about the scores at all, because I'm like, I don't care how many trophies I have. I don't care how many people see what my score is. Like, I just don't care. No knock against people that do care about that. It's just not my thing. But if Nintendo's going to do it this way, where I could potentially get like, some kind of avatar or wallpaper that I like, then I would have an incentive, at least for some of them, to be like, I kind of do want that avatar.
Well, plus I use those achievements to judge people. I like, I say like, you have 77 of this achievement. I'm like, I wonder who's tucking your kids in at night. You know what I mean?
We have a friend.
Uh-oh.
That is very, very, very into achievements. And we talked about that. No, I'm not saying this to throw you under the bus. It's a friend we talked about earlier today.
Okay.
Who spends time in their basement on the weekend.
Okay.
They are hardcore into that and have been for a very, very, very long time. Like they'll
I don't even think the whole weekend, just Saturdays.
They'll buy games just specifically to get the trophies. Like they'll buy the worst of the worst games just because they're like, this game has 25 trophies in it. So So
do you get is there any systems in which you get anything back? Like you get currency in the game store or anything?
I'm going to say no off the top of my head. And I'm pretty confident that like trophies, you just get, like gold or gold, silver, bronze. There's also platinum at the top if you platinum a game. So it's just like, like, look at me. I did this thing.
I thank heaven every day for not caring about things like that.
And again, if you like playing games for that reason, that's totally fine. We're not knocking you.
We're not, yuck your yum. But
yeah. It's just not our thing. But yes, we know someone who is very much like that. So yeah, this idea I do like. And depending on, I shouldn't say I like this idea, I'm more into. Depending on what I could potentially get, there may be instances where I'm like, okay, I am going to go for that achievement because I want to get this thing. So again, not official, not necessarily happening, but it was patented by Nintendo and it's got a little Nintendo hook as they usually do. So we'll see what happens there. But I know the reaction online in general from gamers around the world has been very positive to this because they have for decades wanted Nintendo to have their own kind of achievement trophy sort of thing. So this is the first time I can recall Nintendo seriously putting something out there where it looks like they are actually exploring this avenue. So we'll see what happens.
No.
Okay. I thought you had something to say.
I was just getting ready in case.
Aussie McBucket says, I know. Every time one of these stories pops up, the comments get flooded with people saying that they don't like achievements and they feel like that they only distract or take away from the purity of the game. But for others that are interested, myself included, this sounds really cool. I hope it does become a thing. I felt like maybe they were testing the waters with My Nintendo Mission. Here's hoping. Yes, that's a very good point about My Nintendo Missions. If you go on My Nintendo, you can get avatar pieces and stuff like that. By going like just and playing, literally just starting up a game in like the Nintendo Classics collection or something like that. So yeah, I don't have any problem with them being there as long as they can be turned off. If they're forced on me, then I have a problem. If I can turn them off, then that's what I do. And again, that's what I do on Xbox and PlayStation and have for years. So as long as I have the option of opting out, I'm totally cool with it. Don't make me do it. There is that. Moving on. We are getting it's like I did a segue on purpose. We're getting a collection or we're getting a pair of games for one of the Nintendo Classics collections. This is the GBA collection. Unless I'm very mistaken, and it's possible because it happens all the time, this is the first third-party drop for Switch Online GBA games. I'm pretty sure there's no other third-party stuff there. We're getting a pair of Bandai Namco games. Mr. Driller 2, which I actually owned for GBA back in the day. I might still have it. I got to go look. That's coming out on September 25th, and with it comes something that makes me so happy I could cry. KLONOA Empire of Dreams. I am a huge fan of the KLONOA franchise. Have always been. Feel like that franchise never gets the attention it deserves. This is one of the GBA entries, and for my money's worth, it's the best GBA entry. KLONOA Empire of Dreams is coming out. So, Switch Online members, oh my God, that's you.
Hey, I'm one of those.
We're in the family together.
We are a family.
So, those two games will be
Y'all
added.
didn't even know how close we are.
Those two games will be added to your Switch 2 on September 25th.
KLONOA. KLONOA.
It's a platformer. These are puzzle platformers, and it's from the GBA. Fantastic. I love the character.
I didn't have a GBA, so all of those will be new to me.
If for my money's worth, GBA games still by far hold up. Like they still are very playable, very good. You know, I know a lot of people will go back to NES games now and be like, it's a little.
I was great at picking the ones that didn't like. I had the 3DS and I had the Wii U, and I just I'm not a winner picker.
You know,
as they
3DS ended up doing okay. Not one of their best, but okay.
I'm still astounded by that technology. So
am I.
I'm still like that. Did that really happen?
I remember going to E3 that year when they had announced it a couple months before that, and E3 was going to be the event where you actually got to go eyes on with it, and I was like, this is going to be crazy. Like I can't even imagine what it's like seeing 3D without glasses. And we were there and I saw it and I was like, this is going to be so hard to describe to people because it just is exactly what it says it is. Like you look at it and it's 3D.
But it shouldn't be.
Right? It feels like something that's impossible. I completely agree with that. The Wii U, not a winner. In terms of sales, as far as first-party software goes,
kids grew up on it.
It has first-party library is very good. Like it really is. But as far as overall library, not a lot of stuff there didn't sell well, whatever. But, well, hopefully your curse is broken with the Switch 2. So far it is broken.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens.
Switch 2 still works fine.
But if Switch 2 ends up falling off and nobody buys it, then we know
we're in good shape. I think it's
so far we're in great shape. Yeah, they got some buffer months now. So like they could go like 4 or 5 months of it selling nothing and still be in a good spot. So after that, we'll see what happens. But right now, you're sitting pretty. So maybe your curse is broken. Sticer says, KLONOA. I know a certain celebrity that will be happy about this one. Yes. Damn it. It was a Friends celebrity. Is it the one that's dead?
What?
Friends? One of the people from Friends. One of the guy actors
Chandler?
from Friends. was a huge KLONOA fan.
Oh,
And he
Matthew
made a point to
Perry?
talk about it. Matthew Perry is not.
he's dead.
Is it? Was it?
All the rest are
such an
alive,
old,
I think.
old person thing.
Maybe the
Discord.
Friends, the TV series.
Oh, my Discord just
Matthew
crashed.
Perry.
Sorry.
See, they said Matthew.
Okay,
Perry.
Matthew
Blood
Perry.
Ocean.
Also,
Thank
hello,
you,
Blood
Blood
Ocean. If I didn't
07.
say hi, Matthew Perry. Okay, so he's dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the person in the comments who said, "I know a celebrity that'll be happy about this." Well, he's dead, but maybe if you believe in the afterlife, he's.
What's
happy
the
about it.
opposite of rolling over in your grave? Jumping up and down in your grave?
What's the opposite of
Like
rolling
peacefully?
over? Yeah, I guess so.
Because it's really about being
But are we doing opposite grave too? So you're alive, just
You're right.
living,
peacefully
which
living.
is radical.
Peacefully living. Yeah. Blood Ocean, you are right. Matthew Perry did not ask to be dragged into this
Can
conversation.
I have a paper towel, please? And Aussie McBucket replied by saying, "Is it Taylor Swift?" No, I don't know if Taylor Swift is a fan of KLONOA. That's what we need. We need a higher profile celebrity to take over, take the torch from Matthew Perry, and continue the KLONOA love, because nobody's out there giving enough love to KLONOA. All right, it's already that. Well, you know what? I'll wait. Thank you so much, Mopri. I'll give you some time.
Yes, this coffee is so good.
Speaking of Switch 2 sales, the Switch 2 has hit a new milestone in Japan. It has sold 2 million units in Japan alone. That is enough to make it the second fastest selling system in Japan, our second fastest selling console in Japan, the third fastest selling hardware in Japan. Number one
Game Boy Advance
goes to the Game Boy Advance. You're exactly right.
I've been listening.
Game Boy Advance sold 2.28 million, so it is very close. And the second place goes to PS2 at 2.03 million. So chances are it could be past at least the PlayStation 2. Like it could be past that number. GBA were probably cemented with that. But yeah, it's right there. So in roughly 15 weeks it achieved that. And put that in perspective, we know how well the Switch is selling. The original Switch sold 2 million units in 35 weeks. So Nintendo's sitting very pretty there. So that's great to see. Joe Shabadoo says this: one of those 2.28 million initial GBA sales was from me importing one as fast as possible. It's interesting to think about this data when framed by staggered hardware rollouts back in the day. Non-global launches. Yeah, remember that? That's how they used to be. A system would come out in Japan. You'd have to wait like 4 or 5 months, 3, 4 or 5 months for it to come out elsewhere. Anyway, off to an extremely impressive start. The Dragon Quest remakes are going to do a ton of work to make sure people still need to enter lotteries in the hopes of getting a Switch 2. That's a great point. I also made that point in the post. Switch 2 supplies in Europe and North America are very good. Nintendo did an excellent job of making sure it's in stock. You can pretty much go into any store right now and get one. It's in.
I ordered one and had it in 4 days.
Yeah,
on the internet.
they wanted to make sure they got it out there. They avoided They always have stock issues. They even had stock issues with the Wii U, and they were very proactive this time. And they said, we're going to make sure we're ahead of it. Nobody believed them because we've been here before. But they really did this time because they want to make sure come holiday season, they're like good to go. So that's great. I applaud them in that. But in Japan, the situation is still very bad. People have to enter lotteries for a chance to for a chance to buy one. So yeah, that's definitely affecting sales in Japan, but still selling very strongly there. Joe Shabadoo goes on to say, the extremely affordable Japanese only version is also helping tremendously. That's true. There's the region locked version that's much cheaper over there. I know plenty of discourse has been going around about predatory Nintendo pricing lately, as though we haven't seen these price increases from all 3 major platforms. I would love to get into that. But Nintendo is absolutely taking a loss on Japan-only hardware. Context is everything, including short-sighted and destructive tariff context. Joe Shabadoo, you're a long-time GoNintendo fan or reader or whatever you want to call yourself, and you have some great comments, my friend. I completely agree. And it's really hard to get into these conversations because anybody who is so far on the side of like Nintendo's predatory and their prices are horrible and all that doesn't want to hear the factual information to push back on that. And that's still someone like I would still say Nintendo's prices are high. I completely recognize that. But it's not like the other prices aren't high as well. And this isn't whataboutism. It's just
prices being high isn't the headline anymore.
Yeah.
Like let's stop. Oh, this price is so everything is so high.
Yeah.
Like
yeah. Like, I know people talk about Lego prices being high, and they are very high, but that's nothing new. Like, I'm not saying prices aren't high. They are. And I don't want to be like somebody says Nintendo prices are high, and I'm like, well, what about Sony or what about Microsoft? Because I don't want to do whataboutism. But gaming in general is an expensive hobby. Like, there's no other way to look at it. It always has been and always will be. If anything, nowadays it's a little better because you have the indie scene, and indie games are $5, $10, $15, $20, which is better than when we were kids by far.
And
like,
sure.
price wise, what's the difference between digital and physical?
well, unfortunately, there isn't.
Yeah.
Well, unless you go indie digital,
Right.
because indie physical will be usually double the price because there's manufacturing costs. But again, is Nintendo expensive? Yes.
And virtual game cards, we don't want to get
Please.
into.
Well,
That's a bad seat to be bringing that up
I
in.
know, I know.
We could talk about virtual game cards and game key cards and game cards
No,
and all
we
that stuff.
don't. I
Now
won't
you're
even do it.
well
I
with
won't
you.
even
It's
do
okay.
it.
With you, it's okay. But
Is
yeah,
that what I sound like?
I
Speak your name,
would
Mike.
love to get into those conversations with people, but it's very hard when you run a Nintendo site and you're automatically going to be labeled as a Nintendo fanboy. And I'm not arguing against Nintendo prices being high or Nintendo prices being like the Virtual Boy being $100. Yeah, that's a high price. I understand that 100%. But there's like,
You don't need it either. It's not like
Yeah.
you can't exist in this world.
Yeah,
unless
I'd
you
like to
get that
discuss
thing.
insulin prices being high. Like that's a conversation, right?
Well,
But
it's-
like video,
Yeah.
it's
I
all
know.
it's all part of conversation, and I don't want to just like
here's
when somebody says this stuff, I don't want to be like, well, Microsoft and Sony are expensive too, because like I don't want to be like that.
Right.
here's
Everybody's
my other thought, and I guess it's all like
Hit me with it.
subjective.
Tell me.
I don't mind spending a little more money on something that I know is like high quality and going to last, right? Like I prioritize if I put it on my feet, I spend pretty good money on it. I'm okay with spending good money on it, reasonably speaking. I mean,
Well, they make all that money for you, so I mean,
yeah,
Mhm,
yeah. So I feel like I just picked up a pair of shoes in town from the cobbler.
from the cobbler in town.
Yeah,
Yep,
right.
Yep,
That's the kind of money we got.
that my mom and dad bought me when I was a junior in high school.
Mhm.
They're Doc Marten, like Mary Janes, right?
Mhm.
They were not cheap, but they've lasted forever. And I'm not saying like brand loyalty in that way is like
Yeah.
what I'm going for, but my point is I'm okay spending a little more money on something that I know is high quality. I mean, look, spending $20 to go see a movie is an hour of entertainment.
Mhm.
And
And then 2 more hours sitting in that seat.
right. So I think like
She had popcorn. She was fine.
I mean, I think there's like something to be said for like acknowledging that in your life, you find Nintendo to produce a high quality, system that lasts for a while, but also high quality content that you are comfortable paying for. And I think it's easy to forget when like the thing that you get is a cartridge.
On top of all that, like even taking out like the actual hardware and the physical aspect of it, like I'm okay paying for the things I enjoy. Obviously, we all have limits as how much we can spend or are willing to spend. But yeah, like if I buy Donkey Kong Bonanza for $70 and I enjoy it, then I'm like,
Yeah.
$70 well spent. If I buy an indie game for $50 and I get like 3 hours to play at it because that's how long the game is, but I really liked it, I'm okay with that. I don't look at like I'm spending $70. I should get 100 hours out of this game. I'm just like, this is the price I'm paying to have a good time, and I hope I have a good time with what I get out of it. And that's that. And let me just get to one more thing.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm going to lose the thought. Like there are things I will certainly push back on Nintendo with, and all companies with, gaming companies, like the Donkey Kong Bonanza thing for the DLC. The timing for the core game to the DLC does make me wonder what's going on. It being $20 also, I'm like, oh, that seems a bit pricey. But personally, I'm okay paying for it just because I like playing games and I imagine I'm going to enjoy the content. But I wouldn't knock somebody for being upset with that. Hello, Steve. I wouldn't knock somebody for being upset with that price or anything like that. The problem is people are like, Nintendo did this on purpose. Nintendo, this was obviously finished for the main game and they pulled it out just to get another $20 out of people. You can think that, and that's part of a discussion to be had. And I don't have anything against that. The problem is when you state that as fact. You can't say this is what happened and this is what they did and it's wrong. There is room there to discuss, sure, maybe they did that, maybe they didn't, but you can't state it as a factual. You can't state it factually because it's not a fact. It's you seeing a circumstance and being like, this is what they did. You do not have those facts. If that is what they did, then I'm right there with you. I'd be like, that's a little predatory. I don't like that.
And that's free market. That's, it's like
Hi, Zigamudo.
you can, like you always say, you can vote with your wallet. You don't have to buy that extra $20 worth of content.
That's the only way to make a difference is vote with your wallet. That's the only way to make a difference.
But I mean, it's also, you can't be like Nintendo is so bad for doing this and then ignore the fact that every single other capitalist entity in the history. I mean, it's not like they're inventing how to make money.
Let's say, and again, my issue is just really with someone who's like, this is what the situation is. Donkey Kong Bonanza's DLC was made as part of the main game, was ripped out, and sold as $20 DLC. You don't factually know that. None of us know that. I have a problem with you presenting that as a fact. Is there a place where I could see that being the case? Yes, but that's just all of our speculation. That's just speculation. If I find that to be fact, like if we all learn that that is a fact, then I'm shoulder to shoulder with you. I agree on that. But you don't factually know that. And people could say, like, that's naive to think that way. There are companies that have done that. There are companies that haven't. We literally don't know. And I'll give that benefit of the doubt to any company, not just Nintendo. We just don't know.
And if any company is a mystery as to why they do things, it's exactly. Nintendo.
And like we said, if you don't like it, then don't pay for it. And I understand not liking the price and being upset about it, but also wanting to play it. Yeah. But you have to decide, is your $20 worth it in your wallet to show that you're not okay with how they're doing things, or would you rather spend the money and play the game and get that joy out of it?
And it'll be cheaper someday. And it's like I didn't end up going and seeing a lot of these big summer blockbusters. I'll see them. I'll see them a little bit later.
Nintendo will, like, as far as our first party games go, they'll only ever drop things by 30%. That's as low as they ever go. The DLC will probably never lower its price, but Nintendo. I don't
take
know.
It all back.
They might bundle stuff. No, but you're not wrong. Like, you could get Donkey Kong Bonanza for 30% cheaper at some point, and then get the DLC, and then it equal to what Donkey Kong Bonanza would have cost now.
Do you know what's in this DLC? Is it just more levels?
You get a DK Island, which is a big part of like Donkey Kong history that we haven't seen in forever, and you get a whole new game type that gives you 10 more stages to go through. So there is things there. I haven't played it personally myself yet. I can't tell you if I find it worth the money or not. And I don't really operate that way. I'll be like, it was fun and I liked it, so it's worth the money to me. But you can also buy games used too. So you could go to GameStop or wherever and get Donkey Kong Bonanza for, I don't know, $40 at some point. You could
steal it from your friend.
You could
like rob someone's house and take their copy of Donkey Kong Bonanza.
If Music Man lived close or Do Michaels does live close, you could come over and I could be like, I got the virtual game card. You don't have to pay a dime. Borrow it from me. And there you go.
And I'd be like, I don't understand how that works because Nikki Hill explained it to me.
So there are options. And saying all these options, I really want to say this point. Saying all these options make it sound like we're like sticking up for the business or hail corporate, as I always say. But that's not the case. I'm just trying to present what the facts are. We don't know really how this DLC came to be. We don't know really if it existed before. We don't know really if Nintendo pulled it out. All we know is it exists. It is $20. If you are okay paying that price, then pay it. If you're not, then don't.
Raw meat ain't no corporate shill. Okay.
I really would say that I'm not.
He's not. I promise. Listen, all of you speculators.
If you don't believe him, I hope that you at least know enough of me to know I wouldn't tolerate one.
Thank you, both of you.
That's
for
right.
Backing me up. Yeah, Mom Ray wouldn't give me the time of day if that was the case. I think I really try and look at what we know to be facts.
Go ahead and finish that.
Nope, I'm done.
Yep. So thank you, Mom Brain. I asked you to hold the thought, and it's probably gone.
No, it's not. Believe it or not, perimenopause is not striking today. I was just thinking about my parents. So my dad is
the menopause.
My dad
was that our band teacher, perimenopause?
Yeah, absolutely.
Perimenopause.
Perry Manilow. Yeah.
There's your picture, Colonel.
So my dad is a big blackjack player. My parents actually are in Las Vegas right now.
Okay.
But for my 21st birthday, my mom and dad brought me to Las Vegas. And I remember I wasn't even gambling with my money. It's
the best way to gamble.
Right?
Mm.
It's my
Right.
money and I need it now.
Yeah.
And I remember having like an adult tantrum when I like ran out of money at the card table, and my dad, who can sometimes be less than empathetic, like yelled at me and was like, this is the cost of like an hour's worth of entertainment. Like this is, if this is how you're going to choose, you're paying for time at the table.
So your trip to Vegas for your 21st birthday was a life lesson. It was intended to be.
I think so.
Oh wow.
I think so.
I think when we
It's like the end of a GI Joe episode.
I think when we
Yeah.
went, it was also a life lesson.
Yeah, I
When
went
we went for CES.
to my first strip club
Oh yeah.
there. Well,
Have you
women's
ever
strip
heard
club.
this story? We cannot tell it on the air.
No, but I'm
Why
gonna hear
not?
it. I'm gonna hear it later.
I'm thinking about one part in particular, not your part. Yeah.
Oh,
I got a story to tell you later.
Ooh, I love
Got a story to
this.
tell you later.
yeah.
And that's why it pays to be our friends, because we got stories. But anyway,
Yeah. But it reminds me of that. Like,
thank you for
If
recognizing
you're-
that slider.
if you're not okay, like not getting something physical for your money, or like understanding that like things that you value might cost money, and being okay with like knowing that value. And it reminded me of that.
Listen, I'm gonna have a nervous breakdown because we're not gonna get into we've talked about politics before to a degree. I'm not gonna get into
Why is there something
all
interesting
the
happening in
details.
politics?
No.
I haven't watched the news in 7 years. What's happening?
Don't.
Yeah,
Um,
just don't.
As you guys probably know, there's the whole Jimmy Kimmel situation going on, and the whole ABC or Disney situation. I am a wrestling fan, as you know, and in perfect bad timing for this situation, WWE's premium live events, which are their paid events, used to be on Peacock. If you're outside of the States, you can see them on Netflix. But here in North America, they are going to ESPN as of today, the first one.
House of Mouse.
And ESPN is owned by Disney. So I want to support that whole Jimmy Kimmel situation for freedom of speech and everything like that. So I'm gonna
and everything like that.
and I'm gonna I
Stuff
just
like
don't- I
that.
don't want to
Those
get
things.
into the specific. So
Say
I'm gonna cancel our Disney Plus. So I'm only not canceling it today because Mom Brain will back me up for this. Weeks ago, we invited people over to watch the thing tonight, and they're bringing their kids. So I'm like, okay, we'll watch this one, and then tomorrow it's done.
I think you should still have them over, but instead of turning on wrestling, it should be a PowerPoint presentation on why Disney is wrong.
Well, the good thing is,
You know what? Those
we
kids
don't
would
need
love
to-
it.
the
Yeah.
good thing is we don't need to give that PowerPoint presentation because
They're already
know.
they're already
They're
on
in the
board.
know. Right? Even the kids, like very much. It's very impressive. But
Fists up, ears down.
I mean, well, you guys listen to the podcast, you know, what do I love? Wrestling and Marvel. So what am I losing? Wrestling, at least the premium live events, and Marvel. And this week it's a Marvel, an MCU show, and there's another live action show coming. And I'm already thinking like the new Avengers movie, like, can we get this stuff figured out before the new Avengers movie?
Well, right.
comes out?
That's why it's important for everybody to take swift action.
Listen, it's
and put
important
pressure.
for real serious reasons.
Yeah, would
also-
everybody cancel their account today so we can
Yeah.
get this protest
Yeah,
on the road?
exactly.
They
Well,
hire
all-
him back.
Yes.
We're back in time for Ironheart 2 or whatever.
So that's the thing. Like, there are very serious, important reasons to us for doing this, and we're not saying you're a bad person if you don't do it. Just for
No.
us, we feel it to be important. But also, as we've all said, you need joy in your life, and I don't like removing things that are a main point of joy. But I can do it. It's fine. I will survive. It is just disappointing when we're in a world that I think we would all agree is a little less joyful than it could be. So, whatever.
I'm having a pretty joyful weekend, though.
Thank
so,
you very
yeah.
much. We are
Yeah.
too. I could seriously, and I can't talk about it too much, and Mom Brain will back me up about it too. I said it to you last night. Can't tell you how much I wish you lived around here still. And that's not a guilt trip. That's just me recognizing how great
Yes.
of a person I believe you to be.
But unfortunately, in late stage capitalism, I could not afford to as an artist.
We have a
So.
spare room.
we got the room in
Okay.
the basement that's blocked off from the cat. You can go
Yeah.
hide in
Well,
there.
if it all comes apart again, well, if it all comes apart up here, you guys can come down to me because I'm
You know what,
I'm hiding in the mountains down there.
It's not
so
necessarily a bad thing for us to sort of,
Yeah.
you know.
we need a collective between the two of
Yeah,
us. To,
I saw Bernie just made his trip down there. There's a,
He
like a
did.
great TikTok like
I
mini
know the people
documentary.
who put that event on. Actually,
That was
That's
a
awesome.
really
Of course you
great
do.
watch. But anyway,
there's only 17 people in West Virginia, so
and there's
16
only a couple
of
good
them
ones.
are not on the right side of things.
So anyway, there's your story about the Switch 2 sales and money and all that. Just vote with your wallet and do what you believe to be right in your heart and
and balls.
follow your conviction and ball. Did you say and ball? Just one ball?
Balls.
Oh, balls.
Or ball.
or ball.
Don to Don.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's related to Don to Don. Moving on. I want to talk to you so much.
I'm
about
loving.
Don to Don.
I'm loving this.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have someone who not even will just like placate me about the stuff. I'd so appreciate it. Anyway, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is coming out. We got a release date, December 4th. We found it out at the Nintendo Direct. And there have been rumors that this game may have some sort of time travel in it. There was some wording in the original press release where it's like, Samus goes beyond time and space. And that's, whatever. You could be like, is there time travel stuff here?
Sounded like the Mighty Boosh.
Right.
Beyond time is mighty.
But now we have the official box for the game in Japan. And on the back of the box is some flavor text, as we call it. And it gives us a little bit of information here that points more towards perhaps time travel will be an aspect of this adventure for Samus. It says, quote, view the hopes vested in you and your new powers. Return home from an unknown planet, having been transported across space and time to the unknown planet
Space and
Vuros. Samus must carve a path with her newfound powers in order to return to her original world. So this sounds like a new world in a new time.
A whole new world?
So a whole new
A
world.
new
No
fantastic
Disney.
point of
Disney
view.
bad.
Oh, yeah.
geez, that's right.
Wait,
Um,
old Disney?
huh?
Not even old Disney. Like,
Retroactive Disney. I mean,
yeah.
if you're gonna watch Aladdin that version, you got to go on Disney
Mm,
Plus, or you have your
right.
VHS, and then you're good.
right.
Shoot, I wonder
With
So
the
then-
sandcastle dick.
This all that's
That was
all
Little
I think of
Mermaid.
when I see
Yeah,
it.
it's Little Mermaid.
we
Yeah,
had it. We had that.
Well,
and-
my parents have that one.
yeah.
love
Yeah.
it.
Metroid Prime series producer Kensuke Tanabe 10 years ago in an interview said he wanted to, quote, focus on the timeline and being able to change that, end quote. So for 10 years, he's been thinking about some sort of time aspect to Metroid Prime. And we know Nintendo has waited longer amounts of time to do things with the Metroid franchise. So 10 years is like nothing for Metroid.
It's a lot of time talking this.
A lot of time.
A lot of
talking.
time
So it
talk.
seems like time travel could be a thing. We might find out more about Metroid Prime 4 Beyond before the game launches in December. I really think there'll be like a very lengthy trailer or a direct focused on Prime 4 Beyond before we get to the release date. And maybe we'll learn about time travel. Ten Donan says the final boss is going to be Lavos. I mean, who knows, my friend? We don't know what's going to happen here. Anything's possible. And if time travel comes into play, then yeah, anything's possible. Mom brain, get ready to be upset.
Oh no.
IGN broke this story. They did some investigative journalism. They found out that Nintendo of America, their customer service, which is very, very highly praised, is done through contractors. And Nintendo's worked with these contractors forever.
This
and
is anti-union, isn't it?
it's not anti-union. No. It's just
Uh-oh.
something you won't like.
Okay.
What Nintendo has been doing is they've had these contractors forever and they remained contractors. What Nintendo does is whatever the law is, they have these people on for 11 months and then they like let them go or furlough them or whatever you want to say. And then they let like 2 months pass and then they bring them back on. So they're not actual Nintendo employees. They just work for the contractor.
That's dirty.
And that's how it's always been. And I
I
would
don't like
agree
it.
that's dirty. But now it's getting worse because
Cool.
they're cutting ties with all those contractor companies. And they are, as everybody
Finish us.
did a very long time ago, and now Nintendo's just getting in on outsourcing their customer service. So really not a new story for how things have been going here, but it's new for Nintendo, and we're calling it out as bad because we don't like it. And the employees who spoke, or the former contractors who spoke anonymously, have said, like, it's not going well because there's language barriers and there's a whole bunch of miscommunications, and they're like, it's not going great. So they're saying, doesn't look good for when this full shift happens. But we're letting you know what's happening. Nintendo has released a statement It wasn't attributed to Doug Bowser. It's just attributed to Nintendo of America. So I'll read you their statement. Quote, while we have nothing to announce about our internal business activities, the claims shared with IGN include inaccurate information. At Nintendo of America, we are extremely thankful to have partnered with several companies and their talented contractors over the years to deliver high-quality customer service experiences. I will vouch it was high quality. We continue to evolve and expand our customer service model with external partners that have deep experience in all the markets we serve across the Americas. This approach allows us to support the full scope of customer service mission in both North America and our growing Latin American markets, and better scale to seasonal needs for consistent support. As always, our top priority is to provide excellent customer support, and we are pleased that customer satisfaction with the service provided by all our partners remains positive. So very corporate speak, very like, yeah, we get it. You want to save money. We get it. Again, something we've seen happen with so many companies before, and that's not me saying everybody else is doing it. It's me saying Nintendo is deciding to go the bad route. I'm surprised they lasted as long as they did. I still don't like that they're going this route, and it will probably result in lesser customer service. We'll all find out together. I want to be clear in this. I 100% do not like this. So nothing against the new people that are taking the jobs. I'm not wishing them ill will. I wish them the best of luck in their new job, but I don't like it. Comment, Aussie McBucket. America. We certainly know how to write the book on BS. And I agree, my friend. You get my my thumbs up on that. Yeah, I will not try to, or nor do I want to defend this move in any way, shape, or form. I understand it saves them money, but that's not of my concern. I would like better customer service.
You know whose money it won't save? Our money.
Mm-hmm. I bet billionaires save money on it.
Seems
somehow.
how that.
Thank goodness.
Seems like that's how it works out all the time. Speaking of not saving money,
for $1.
Do you want to make more money?
Here's what's coming out in North America this week. I will.
For $1.
Are you going to handle Nikki Hill's rundown this week?
Let's do it.
Let's
get crazy in here.
I'll send you a link. But I will be doing North America. You are this name.
That's me.
And you are that link. There you go. I sent you the right one, right? Yeah, I did. Okay, here's North America. What do we get this week? Let me tell you. Switch 2 specifically. You can get the Donkey Kong Bonanza DK Island and Emerald Rush DLC for $20. Mark my words, that will be part of Switch Online at some point.
Medium well?
Medium well or medium well. Lego Voyagers, which we will be talking about later, is available on Switch and Switch 2. There's a Little Nightmares 3 demo. Nikki Hill's a big fan of the Little Nightmares franchise. This is the third installment. You can get a demo on the Switch or the Switch 2, and the Switch 2 demo is a Switch 2 edition, so it will look, play, run better. Trails of the Sky First Chapter Switch 2 edition is also available. That is the remake of the first, I'm going to say Trails game because I don't remember. It's like Hero, Trail, whatever. If you've never played any entry in that franchise, this is the place to start.
Start here.
Now what else we got? Dot Cat 2. No idea. All of you. Alphadia 3. Bad Cat. Band Girls. Boo Boo Buster. I really like that name. Brain Training Art Puzzle. Bratz Rhythm and Style. Cats versus Dogs. I think we're all Team Cat here.
Yeah, I got one of them.
Yeah. Class of Heroes 3 Remaster. Cross Pix 3. Dead Charge. Dino Party Island. The PC 8801 version of Daidaso. Extinction Rifts, which is, as they call nowadays, a boomer shooter. So, looks like an old school first-person shooter. Fling It, Shoe
Is that really
Kicking.
a thing that they say about
That
things
is what
now?
they are. I don't want to say officially, but that
Boomer
is what the
shooter.
industry
That's like
calls
older
them.
than us.
I know, but as far as gamers goes, we are the boomers.
Are we boomers?
We are the gamer boomers, yeah, without a doubt. Yeah. Fling It, Shoe Kicking, Formula Legends, Gangsters in Love, Gang Wars, Cards and Bullets, Gloomy Eyes, which has a demo. Look into Gloomy Eyes. It looks really cool. It's like a narrative adventure with a really awesome style. What is wrong with me? Henry Halfhead, which is another quirky looking game that looks awesome.
Spell that.
Halfhead. Halfhead. Not Have Head. Henry Have Head.
know.
Hidden Cats in Tokyo.
Well, yes, I will.
Hiyaki. That's what I was thinking. Yako Survivors. Yako Survivors. Illusion of Itahari. Inspector Waffles. Early Days.
Ooh.
King of Ping Pong. Megamix. Korean Drone Flying Tour. Daishan Beach. Lego Voyagers. The Switch version. Life and Terminal Simulator. Airport Adventures. Luminite. Linked, Banner of the Spark. Looks really cool looking at that. Meat Shaker, where you literally run around and shake a hot dog. I'm not kidding, but look into it. It's supposed to be a ton of fun.
Finally.
Monstrous Lovers. Noir Mafia Simulator 1960s American Crime. Platypus Reclayed. Pocket Nook. Puzzle Quest Immortal Edition. Puzzle Quest, one of the best match 3 games of all time, has been renewed, remastered, remade for the Switch. Go check it out. It is an unbelievably addictive, amazing game. QQQ Beats, Rolling Star. There's a single-player demo of Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. Storm Lancers, Strange Antiquities, Tamari Trials, The Blogger, Pumpkins and Witches. Toa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree. Very, very, very bad timing for that game. Bandai Namco was like, Hades is really popular. Let's try a game like Hades. It looks really cool. And then when they announced the release date, Supergiant was like, Hades, September 25th. So this poor game is going to get...
This is Toa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree.
Really look into it. There's a demo too. If you like Hades or that style game, I would look into Toa. Really, give it a shot. Trails in the Sky First Chapter, the Switch version. War Mongrels, Where the Sky Is, and Zoe Be Gone. First comment comes from Nico Derudia, and they say, waiting 2 weeks for Nicky Hill's sweet releases. It's tough. Well, Josh, do you have anything to say about that?
What are the next European masterpieces? Let's find out with Nicky's sweet releases.
Oh, not this week. Hi. Switch 2. I've never done this before. Donkey Kong Bonanza, DK Island, and Emerald Rush DLC. Controversial. Lego Voyagers, Little Nightmares 3 demo. Linked with a Y, Banner of the Spark dash Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
It's a great point of saying it's spelled with a Y.
Yeah, I don't want people to confuse it with Zelda. Trails in the Sky First Chapter Nintendo Switch 2 edition. And then we go over to Switch, which is the previous system to Switch 2.
That's a Nicky Hill thing.
First up, Dot Cat 2. Oh, something about Year of Our Lord too. All of you, Adelphia 3. Nope, Alpha Dia 3.
You're really Nicky Hill.
I've been working on my impression. Bad Cat, Band Girls, Boo Boo Buster, Brain Training Art Puzzle. There's a colon in the middle of that, like all of us. Bratz Rhythm and Style, Cats vs. Dogs, Class of Heroes 3 Remaster, Cross Pix 3, Dead Charge, Dino Party Island, Egg Console Dice.
Yeah, good luck.
PC 8801. It's like a George Lucas student film. Extinction Riffs, Fling It, Shoe Kicking, Formula Legends, Gangsters in Love, Gang Wars, Cards and Bullets, Gloomy Eyes demo, Henry Half Head, Hidden Cats in Tokyo, Hayaki Yako Survivors, Illusion of Itari, Inspector Waffles, Early Days, King of Ping Pong, Mega Mix, Korean Drone Flying Toward Daejeon Beach, Lego Voyagers, Life in Terminal Simulator, Airport Adventures, Little Nightmares 3, that is a demo, Lumine Night, Linked with a Y, Banner of the Spark, Meat Shaker, Monstrous Lovers, Noir Mafia Simulator, 1960s American Crime, Platypus Reclayed, Pocket Nook, Puzzle Quest, Immortal Edition, QQQ Beats, Rolling Star, Sonic Racing, Cross Worlds, demo, Storm Lancers, Strange Antiquities, Tamari Trials, The Blogger, Pumpkins and Witches, Toa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree. Nothing else interesting is coming out that day. Trails in the Sky, first chapter, War Mongrels, Where the Sky Is, which is like the best Midwest emo band name I've ever heard in my
It's
life.
all one word.
And Zoe Be Gone.
And I screwed up the comment, so let me give you the correct comment. Your comment should be, or the comment I should have read was, we all missed it last week, but this week we're back with the sweet, sweet releases. So that was meant as for Nikki Hill's comment, but for you. So there you go.
I'm glad I could be here.
And thank you, Steister. And that is our top stories. Mom Brain, you actually got something to talk about, and now we are allowed to.
What did I play?
Lego Voyagers.
Yeah.
I chose you as my partner in life and in game.
And I am honored. I thoroughly enjoyed myself playing that game.
We are not finished, just to put that out there. We haven't completed the game yet.
Yeah. Is there anything?
I thought you meant in life.
We're not finished in life.
That's true,
We're
too.
not finished with the game.
Is there anything I can't talk about?
No, it's fair game now.
Okay. You play as a little, is it a pip? A little Lego pip?
That's a great question.
Off to a
I'll
good
look
start.
into that.
Yeah. And so you're each a little Lego pip, and you are like going around through this little Lego universe and collecting parts and pieces to make a spaceship, a la Toe Jam and Earl. So
I don't know that you're really collecting them. You're like going around just to see that you saw
Yeah.
that it crashed, and we don't know what's going to happen yet.
So I think that the game, I didn't find it to be incredibly difficult, which must mean it's pretty easy because I find most games to be pretty difficult. The co-op part of it, I think, is just enough. Like you're doing enough cooperatively, and you need each other for just enough. But like it's not obnoxious where you're like not having fun because everything you do has to be done, cooperatively.
Right.
The puzzles were like fun and engaging, but again, like not too terribly hard.
I really liked the design of the puzzles, and you're right; they weren't like extremely taxing, but they were enjoyable.
They were cool. Like,
yeah,
it was like, oh, I want to do this part, like, or I want to do that part. So it is a game that I will absolutely
you have to
thoroughly
gotta do a
enjoy
review.
continuing to play.
You want to do the review? That'd be great.
I could try.
Oh, I remember last time you said that you never did the review.
So apologize for that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it's like a really great game. I think it would be a really great game to play co-op with just about anybody, which would be cool to be able to bring someone into playing a game who maybe doesn't usually. And there were like lots of little like fun Lego surprises where you'd be like, I wonder what happens if I do this. And like you were rewarded with like an actual interaction, which was fun. So overall, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a great time. We were playing. I don't remember what was going on, but we had something we had to stop for. Maybe it was like, I don't remember.
Oh, I know what it was.
Was it wrestling?
No, it's Fortnite.
Oh yeah.
I was like, we better stop now. I got Fortnite in 20 minutes.
Yeah, and I wasn't.
I don't have time to play video games. I got to play video game.
And I wasn't quite ready to be done. Like you were like, we got to end before I was like, all right.
Sorry,
be
duty
done.
calls.
But that's a good sign. So I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, if I didn't have something else to play, if I didn't have a prior engagement, we would have kept playing. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It's my fault, is what he's saying.
No, it was always a pleasure to play Fortnite with you.
So it was great. Also in the chat, Monkeeker found an elf puzzle at Goodwill.
Sorry, I'm looking up Lego.
Oh, it's
brick
definitely
names.
missing one piece.
I can't find
At
like
least.
I can't
At
find
least.
a name for the. All I see is it's just called a 1x1 brick. But like what I did find is slang terms for a whole bunch of other Lego bricks, that have been decided by fans.
Like derogatory slang terms.
It's
for
funny
Lego
because
bricks.
I was thinking that's how
Be
it sounded.
careful.
They like a Lego 1x1 brick with a stud on each side. So that's not what the character in the game is. It's just a stud on one side. But one with a stud on each side is called a snot brick. I don't know why they call it that.
Sticks no matter where you put it.
But why? Like a booger? You're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Booger
No.
Booger brick is a
It's called a
better
snot
word.
brick because they allow for studs not on top. SNOT.
Oh
Wow.
my god, this is deep.
Yeah, I didn't know all this Lego lore like this. This is fascinating. If anybody can figure out if there's a better name than just a 1x1 brick, then let me know.
I liked Pip. I think I should roll with that.
The like the little connector piece, like the actual little bump where you connect things.
Mhm.
That's in the Lego games, they call that a stud. You collect studs. So when you connect that to a brick, I don't know what that's called, but sure, Pip. We'll go with a Pip.
Heard it here first.
Well, Music Man, whatever the hell you want to talk about as far as
Whatever
what
the
you
hell
played.
I want to talk about. Oh, is what I played? Well, I played Fortnite with you guys. I continue and will always forever be the worst player on your team. And you're so kind for continuing to let me play with you like some sort of Make-A-Wish kid
Listen,
who just
we have a
wants
ton of
nerdy
fun,
friends.
and we win games, which
We
means
do.
everybody's playing their part, and your part is played. That lends us to it.
I'm like
it
the
leads us to a
eternal.
victory.
I'm the eternal Private Ryan, though. Throughout the
You
whole,
my favorite thing about you playing Fortnite is you will say that you're not a great player, but you still will head first into danger.
absolutely,
like
100%
nothing.
of the time.
And it's the
And then I'm in the middle of two teams, and I'm like, why?
Yes.
I can't even hit one person. Why
you'll
did I
be
do
off
this?
somewhere, and then
Yeah.
we'll hear like,
I know.
oh, I think I'm in trouble. Oh, there's a whole team here, and
Yep.
then
Yep.
and then we go save it. But that's what it's about. It's
It
fun.
is. And I
fun.
provided a little bit of extra motivation for
And
you
we
guys
make
in the
it work,
process.
and that's all that matters. Because none of us. I'm Monkey Cur. Oh, I see your puzzle. Holy crap, that's amazing. Hello,
Yeah.
Malik Halo. It works for our dynamic,
It
and
does.
we don't take it
We're
seriously.
here for the emotes anyway.
We're very much here for the emotes, for the conversation.
Mhm.
We're not here to see how many games we win. It's nice to win a game.
For the the emotionally advanced male adult relationships that we
That's
have.
right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
None of that toxic Call of Duty nonsense.
We stay far away from those people.
That's right.
What else are you playing or played that you want to talk about?
I've been playing a lot of Mario Kart. I just always liked that game. And this
How about
one's,
that
this one's
soundtrack?
no question.
Oh, I
The
remember you
soundtrack-
saying you were complaining about the engine noises being
My
too...
complaint with it is that I
Oh,
can't
sorry.
kill or I can't lower the game sound effects.
Give
'cause
an
I don't-
independent slider, Nintendo.
Because that when
Oh, yeah.
when it's like it's always happening, and then I'm always
Yes.
drifting, and between those two sounds, it's like I can't hear anything the music's
Yeah.
doing.
If you want to hear the music, you gotta like roam around in the open world, but then you're
Mhm.
like, but I want to hear the music and play the regular
Yes,
game.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, as far as complaints go, that's a pretty minor one. And then
But
I've
not
been playing-
unwarranted. Like that's they
I
should
think
have
that
an
seems
individual
pretty simple.
options slider for sound effects and music.
Yeah, because like in Fortnite, I'd have the music off.
Yep.
Yeah.
We both
Yeah, Music Man hates that music.
did. That's why the name's ironic.
And then I've been playing Donkey Kong Bonanza. But as I told you, I can't play it on the TV screen because it makes me sick, which is an unfortunate side effect handed down to me from my father. Thank you, Father. But I can play it on the screen, so on the handheld. So I've been playing that. That's super fun. And then last night I sat at Michael's house and watched him play Party House for the Bed of Heart
And had your
on
eyes
UFO 50 on the Bed
open
of
to it.
Oh man, when you mentioned before games that were like immediately overwhelming, that Party House, when I opened it the first time, I was like, "What is this math statistics combination with no
I
instructions?"
think
game?
it's very fair for anyone to open up that game and be like, I don't know what's going on.
Had no idea what was going on, and it's like the cops are getting called on you, and I'm like, "Why are
Yeah.
the cops getting called on me?"
We're just having a party.
But he explained it to me in extensive detail, and that was I'm looking forward to getting back home and messing with that game a little bit more.
Well,
now.
like I said to you, I was in that game for like 10 minutes. And I was like, I see there's something fun here, but I need a lot more time to learn it. Then when Austin came to visit, Austin, MeUndies
Austin.
and Factor,
Oh.
whatever, and all that. He was here and he played it and I learned through him, and he had a great time, and I had a great time watching him. So we had very similar experiences of like learning about the game through someone else and being like, oh, okay, I get it. And this looks like fun.
Yep.
So, yeah, go on. I'll
Yeah,
say
no,
something
that's
about
cool,
Austin.
and that was good too because you can kind of sit and have a conversation while you're doing it, and it's fun to
Yeah,
have
yes.
on going on. in
It's
the
great
background.
for that. I know we only did a little bit of it last night, but that passive, just hang out while somebody's playing a game and maybe
Mhm.
talk a little bit
Oh,
about the game or
that's-
talk in general. I love those things, and that we really don't do that anymore
No, I
because you
talk
have to
about-
be at someone's house.
That was
to do
my
it.
joy of playing video games.
Yeah.
My whole young life was it was an opportunity to be social with friends and have an activity to do because I was
Yeah.
never like a board games kid or
Yeah,
anything
yeah,
like that. And so as soon as like the social aspect got taken out of it, like it's been hard for me to keep in on
Yeah.
games, you know?
Yeah, online is like great, and it's a wonderful way to play with people, and it's very helpful with the way the world is, and makes it easier for people's schedules and all that. But it will never hold a candle to everybody
You know,
being in a
passing
room
the
together.
controller around
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
Like I just recently played something else in UFO 50 pin golf with my parents, and I set up like a little TV on the table in there, and we were passing controllers and playing, and
That's
it was
awesome.
just
Yeah.
a great time. I really really miss that kind of community game experience.
Well, the first time I ever had that at all was like a LAN party at your parents' house in like the Middle Ages.
The days, those were the days. Yeah.
And I was like, this is crazy. This is even possible.
Yeah. I really miss those days of like those that I used to have at my parents' house, or lugging my computer to a friend's house and us playing like
TVs.
Unreal Tournament.
Did
Yeah,
someone
bringing
bring a
giant
TV?
TVs with us. Yeah, that was so like lugging around a computer was one thing. It's big. It's a pain in the butt. You got to get a keyboard and mouse, your monitor, usually the tower. Like it was a lot, yes. But none of those pieces and parts were as heavy as one TV screen.
CRT TV.
And when we were bringing CRTs all over the place, we did it because it was fun and worth it. But boy, was it a pain in the ass. I was like, again, if LAN parties, if it was in this era now, it'd be so much easier. You could grab like a TV under each
just
arm.
And Oculus or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'll play it on my Google Lens or whatever. But yeah, I very much miss those days. And you got to be in person to really get that same experience, and it doesn't.
You got to drive 8 hours to see your buddies.
Well, all I'll say
on a
is I'm happy you
podcast.
did it, but I
I am
understand
too.
why it can't be done all the time.
Well, I'll try to do it next week.
And I'll take Fortnite every day. So that's great. Are you done with what you played?
Yes, I'm done with what I
Can
played.
I blow up your spot a little bit with
blow up
Austin?
my spot? Yes, I love. I'm a huge fan.
So Austin, I know you're gonna listen.
Does he listen to this?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Yes, he's told me. I know for a very long time he's been a fan and legit.
Hi
listen.
Austin, how you doing?
And he told me his Sunday morning ritual is downloading the podcast. And
That's me
listening,
too.
and
So we
there you go.
listen to it at the same
Oh
time.
my god.
Kindred spirits or wiener cousins, podcast wiener cousins. Austin, I was having a chat with Music Man, and I can't talk about it.
Well,
The
you can
big
talk
part I
around
can't
it.
talk about it.
You can talk
He
around
he
it.
would really like Music Man would love to meet you.
Yes.
And I'm gonna get an autograph from you for Music Man.
It'll be my literally only celebrity autograph that I own in the whole world.
And so we got it. And this is Austin. Music Man is the guy that found out about you. That's right, Blood Ocean, the Egg Busters guy.
Yep.
I
I
found
was
out about
watching
you,
that this morning.
Organically. He found out about you through YouTube
It's
before
true.
knowing that I knew you and all that. So another organic fan. So Austin, I just turned him on to Egg Busters, and I was like, I'm sure Austin has a playlist of Egg Busters, and you do. It's like
Yes.
100 and something episodes.
I watched your very first episode today, and
Little baby boy, little baby Austin.
chef's kiss.
I am, as I've said so many times, so happy for his success now. Very well deserved. Deserves even more. I'm sure greater things are ahead for him. And I love what he's doing now, and he does an amazing job with it. All that said, I do miss Egg Busters, and this isn't a bring back Egg Busters. I get burnout on doing things and not wanting to do it anymore, and annoying fans are like, do the old thing that you used to do. I get it. I'm not asking you to bring it back. I'm just saying I really loved that series, and I think of it very fondly. And that was part of our like formative relationship too, when we were really getting to know each other, and you were working on that stuff. And just you're an unbelievable talent, and I have to get my friend your autograph when you're around next time.
Yes,
Whenever
8 by
I see
10 would be really nice. Just in your
Glossy.
me undies,
Like-
please.
Yeah, we were joking last night about having you sign a pair of me undies for him or something like that. We'll get you something. Don't worry. Maybe we'll get you.
Baby locked the door. And
We'll get you a cameo from him.
Oh,
He's talking directly to you.
Ooh, I like that.
So yeah, just want to let you know, Austin. But thank you for your support, Austin. What did I play?
Oh yeah, Kevin. Oh shoot.
God damn! I said Nikki Hill's name, so we're falling apart. We're slipping
what have you played this
Thanks
week?
for asking.
Yeah.
I slipped in. We've both slipped into like normal life. Today.
Yeah, I know.
What did I play? Thank you for asking. I played Lego Journeys with Mom Brain and had a very nice time. Really liked the look of the game. Very simple. Mom Brain, you didn't mention that you can make the characters talk. I really like that.
Yeah.
There's just a dedicated like talk button where you hit it and they make a different noise each time. And they don't like it's not words, it's just like blah, 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 and like
It's very sweet.
It's just nice to do. And like if she was taking a while solving a puzzle or doing something, I'd be like making a guy like annoy her. I like it. But the game is very sweet. It's not mind-blowing or anything, but it's a very nice adventure. I think it would be really great to play with someone who doesn't normally play games, like you said, or like a kid and an adult and a young kid to play. Like I think there's really something to it. It's put out by Annapurna Interactive, who does some really cool games. I really love Annapurna Interactive. They're like I would liken it to like an art house company, but for games. Their games are really cool. And go play Hindsight. And if you haven't played Hindsight, go look at the Accolades trailer because you might see a comment from somebody you know. But look at Annapurna's whole collection of games. It was me, yeah.
Is it neat?
They asked if they could use my quote, and I was like, "Oh my god, I would be on." I mean, that's whenever that happens, I'm blown away. Like, they're just thinking about that stuff. Like, I'll never think that's not cool. Mom Brain. Without getting into specifics, like the last few years of my life have been challenging. And I've always been an emotional guy, without a doubt. And with age comes more emotion. Yeah. And then just with life in general, like I'm very emotional. And I'm not afraid of showing my emotion, but like things like that pop up. And like I lose it emotionally in a good way, like tears of joy, and get very excited. And she's seen it a lot lately where things happen. And I'm just so overwhelmed with like, because I think a little kid me, like sitting in my bedroom playing Nintendo games, and I want to be like, you're gonna work with Nintendo indirectly, directly, and you're gonna like,
that's really cool.
You're gonna get quoted, and I want to like people listening, people on the site, like, I really want to drive the point home that I'm so appreciative of you guys because that's why these things happen, and it's not something I ever have become numb to. If anything, I only appreciate it more now, and it happened with the Deltarune stuff recently. I got to reveal that song and be part of that. And my friends will know I talk about Deltarune ad nauseum. So just to be a part of that is really cool. And it's just, I really appreciate that stuff. So thank you. But yes, Annapurna in Hindsight, which is a really cool game. I got quoted in a trailer and that was cool to see. But anyway, go play Lego Journeys. It's a cool game. We haven't finished it yet. I can't imagine it's all that long. It's probably like 3 or 4 hours, something like that. So I played that. I played Fortnite. We had a blast in there. We haven't been playing as much because like our schedule is just we've all been busy on different days.
Fall's been crazy.
Yeah, we've been we got in there a couple times this past week, but not as much as we usually do. Everybody's doing stuff.
We did 2 in a row, 2 nights in a row.
We did, yeah, we did, and it felt great to do. We all want to do it 100%. It's just our schedules are wonky. And now the Megazord is in there from Power Rangers, and I want to get in there and do that.
And I'm here.
And to bring it all back in Fortnite, there's Rita Repulsa from Power Rangers, the main villain from the Witch Lady. And she is reprising her role in Fortnite, the same voice actor for the American version.
AI?
No, alive and doing it.
Okay.
She reprises her role in Fortnite, recorded new lines in Fortnite to play Rita Repulsa again. And the voice actor who does Rita Repulsa is the voice actor for one of the main characters in Don, the English dub. And I had no idea. And I was like, holy crap, how did I not pick up on that? So it's all full circle.
Don.
So talk about good music. You're a music man. Don's theme songs are... The first season of Don, its theme song got so popular that the band that did it is one of the headliners at Coachella this year.
Oh, wow.
They're an incredible band. They're killer, but that song is so damn good. I'll have to play it.
I was hoping Huntrix would be the headliner at
Coachella I don't know. I read that I read that the band from Don was going to be in it. I don't have any idea who else is going to be there. Come on. They deserve it, right? That's a main stage kind of thing. And coming to Fortnite too. Everything's full circle. Everything's full circle. I'm gonna buy those emotes. You kidding me?
Yeah, I think we have to.
Wait, well, I don't even need anymore. Get rid of all the other ones. So played Fortnite. I said I went back to play Hollow Knight because I want to get in on discussion of difficulty for Hollow Knight Silk Song. I have finished Hollow Knight. I made it all the way through to the end. I got the bad ending, but that was my intention. I got more endings the first time I
So
played
bad.
it. And I was like, I just want to get to the bad ending because that's the earliest ending. And that way, I've had my experience with the game and everything's fresh in my memory. So I did it. It took me like 16 hours, 15 and a half hours. I said to do, like, I do not think the game is a bad game. I still do not understand why that Metroidvania is the one that really blew up like it did. Not saying it's undeserving. I'm just saying I don't understand. And I think this time around, I actually enjoyed the game less. And I don't think it's a bad game. I had a good time with it. I don't know. But now I can finally go over to Silk Song, which is what I did. I put in a couple hours with Silk Song. And I don't know what it is. I can't tell you. But Silk Song I'm enjoying by like a good amount more so far. And I really
It's all
think
frame rate.
that's what it is. I'm a big frame rate person. Resolution. Silk Song I'm just really enjoying, and I think it has to do with Hornet's everything. Like her move set and controls. There's just something about it I find more, what's the word? Rewarding. I just really like the way she controls. There's like more of a nuance to her. And I feel like this is so me. I feel like there's more of a struggle to her, which I find more engaging. Like she's got a different, like Hollow Knight, when you jump in the air and you go to hit something below you, you can just hit down and attack, and that's it. It's a straight down attack. Silk Song, if you do a downward attack, Hollow Knight or Hornet does a like angular dive bomb. So she goes to like bottom left or bottom right for the attack. And that's obviously more difficult, but there's something I find more rewarding about doing that. And I really like her like dart move that she has, that she throws out the thing. And I like how they changed the health mechanic, whereas like in Hollow Knight it was hold down the button and you eat up the soul or whatever it is, and it refills the life meter like one at a time, where it's like and in Silk Song you hold down the button and you just have to wait, and then the whole bar gets replenished at once. And as far as where I'm at now, you need all your silk on the is it a thimble? No.
Spindle?
Spindle.
Spool?
Yes, that's the word. You need it filled up to replenish your health. So if you don't have it filled, you can't replenish your health. And that's a bit more challenging, but I like that. And there's something about the settings so far in Silk Song that I really enjoy. There's like a really nice green mossy place, and there's something about like there's like a cliff with like a lava area that I don't know. I really don't know. It's so
Sounds like a
strange,
volcano
like,
coat.
it's
Meat.
like like all the core stuff from Hollow Knight is there in Silk Song, and it's basically a very similar experience. But Silk Song I'm just enjoying more so far. So I don't know what to tell you, but I'm really liking Silk Song. So I'm playing more of that. Playing something else I can't talk about. I'm
What is
playing.
it?
I'm trying. Well, you already know. I just can't talk about it here.
No, I won't say anything.
I'm
swear to secrecy.
trying to
On
think.
threat of never returning to the podcast.
I'm trying to think if I played anything else. I played a little more Hot Shots. I'm sorry. I played a more Everybody's Golf Hot Shots, and I mean, I just like it. It's just a golf game. I like it, and I think that's all I played. I'm pretty sure that's it. I'm focusing on the thing I can't talk to you about because I have an embargo to hit. So look forward to that. I can say look forward to that this week. And that's that. Let's do questions. Mom Brain. What do I do here? Oh, no. Send your questions to GoNintendo@gmail.com.
Where?
Thank you.
Nice.
It's helpful that I have a fan that listens.
I listen.
GoNinPod@gmail.com.
Maybe I will.
There we go. You can ask about Nintendo video games in general or whatever the hell you want.
Speak your name, D. Michaels.
Nico Darunia asked this week's question. What's the game that has disappointed you the most? Great question. Game that disappointed you the most. Forever, I will talk about the game. I can't remember the name of. Dead to Rights. I know I've talked about it before.
Oh, I sort of remember
Dead
that.
to Rights. The guy that was like, I want to say, was he a cop? And he had a wolf. Yeah, that's it. I think yes, Dead to Rights. Yep, there it is. I played it on the GameCube, and I don't know why that sticks out as such a disappointing game in my mind, but boy, I didn't like that game. Yes. What the hell? Dead to Rights. No, what the hell? I went to like the fandom wiki page to get information, and I hit the button for plot, and nothing is there. Maybe that's why I don't
There's
like
no
the
story.
games. That's it. But yeah, that sticks out. I'm sure there's other games. Give me a minute to think. But you guys, games that very much disappointed you?
I wouldn't say that the game was disappointing, but I loved Super Mario Galaxy so much.
Mhm.
And then when Super Mario Galaxy 2 came out, I was like hoping for that same new innovative,
Mhm.
like discovering all kinds of things. It was kind of for me just a harder Super Mario Galaxy.
I mean, I would argue that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, and so that was a little bit I was like, but then then you get something like Donkey Kong Bonanza, which invents a whole new kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I love that itch being scratched. So
Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, like I've said recently, are like my favorite Mario games. Like I that's how I want 3D Mario to be. I'm willing that they do other experiments and everything, but if I could have my 3D Mario, that's what I'd want. Like, and I'm like really hopeful. I'm like, it's been a while since Galaxy 2 came out. I really wish they would do a Galaxy 3.
well,
I would
Odyssey
love
was
that.
sort of the next
Open world, like
next progression of it, wasn't it?
I mean, it took away all like the upside down
The
and
gravity
gravity stuff,
stuff,
which
yeah.
I really loved. But I just like the short burst mission structure of Galaxy versus open world. And that has
Right.
nothing to do with Mario for me. That has something to do with just games in general.
Yeah.
I like a more like, even if it's a more open area, I like go into the area and you have a very like, climb to the top of the thing and you do
very
that and you get a
specific
star.
task
I just
instead of-
find
yeah.
enjoyment in that rather than here's an open world and you wander around and find stuff. I can get enjoyment from that, but if we're talking Mario, which I prefer, I really enjoyed Odyssey. I loved Galaxy, so I'd rather Galaxy.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I understand that. I would argue Galaxy 2 was harder, yes,
Yeah.
definitely. And you throw Yoshi in there and it's
And it was
extra mechanics.
I'm totally basing it on my own personal
Yeah.
expectations. So
On brain, anything at all? A game that disappointed you?
No, I'm more disappointed
Disappointed
in
in
myself. Yeah.
Let me go into Discord, see if anybody has it. Why does my Discord keep crashing?
I
I'm
have-
blinded
I
by
have two
daylight. Good to
kids
see you.
and they're disappointed in me too. So
All right, good. They should be.
I still wish this. I've
I
been
mean,
pretty.
like because they're kids, not
Yeah.
because you're disappointed.
I've been pretty disappointed with Half-Life 3 for several years now. Yeah, because it doesn't exist. Although rumors are really ticking up lately that it does exist and it is coming. So it could happen. Who knows? I know there's so many other games I've been disappointed in. But nothing's coming to mind. I apologize.
I mean, back in the old school Nintendo days,
The days,
like a lot of like the NES days, a lot of those third-party games, even Atari, you'd be like, "Ooh, we get to play this new game," and
Yeah.
it was just
the days when games
unplayable.
disappointed you all the time, but
Yeah.
you either it was bought for you and you had no other choice, so you stuck with it, or you rented it and you're like, well, it's a week with this game. What am I
Yeah.
going to do?
Yeah.
And you got to play it. And then
100%.
you became again like Stockholm syndrome. Eventually, at some point, you were like, oh, maybe I kind of like this. You fool yourself into thinking you're enjoying it, then you get some weird attachment to a bad game, and you're like, I know it was bad, but I had fun with it. But yeah, that happened a lot back in the day because you looked at like cover art and stuff, and you're like,
Oh,
this looks
yeah.
amazing.
Look
You
at
get
the
home and you're
original
like,
cover art for Mario Brothers, and it was like,
Oh,
with the
yeah.
fireballs and stuff. It looked so cool.
Yeah. A lot of those games back then had amazing artists that did like, I mean, there were covers on games that had real people all the time. Like, now I love Wizards and Warriors and Iron Sword, but those covers were like, Fabio was on the cover of one of the games. Like, they had crazy, awesome
It's a big
covers.
seller.
But
Huge.
the new guy is an old friend. He's Music Man. He's been on 2 episodes. One over phone, one in person, but the one in person was eons ago.
I come
Eons
about every 500 episodes just to make sure everything's
Don't
going
expect
good.
to see him again soon. And we also have a Patreon question. Mom Brain, did you know that you can join the GoNintendo Patreon
For $1.
for $1? Super duper pooper scooper joined, and they have this
Yes.
question.
Excellent.
Have you guys ever heard of the concept of Fatter Day? Fatter Day is basically where on a given Saturday, you eat absolutely everything and anything you want. This sounds incredible. You don't worry about calories, macronutrients, or anything else. You just eat. What's the most Saturday meal you've ever eaten? Alternatively, if you can't think of a meal in particular, what's your dream Saturday meal? So I'm sure we could all think of a day where we ate something that was very
Taco Bell.
gluttonous in the best way possible.
Oh, so this is just you sit at home and you do nothing and
You
eat food?
absolutely everything and anything you want.
Okay.
Sure. So either like a day where you did that all day, or like a meal where you were just like, I'm having whatever the hell I want.
I mean, I love Chinese food. I could eat everything on the menu on a Chinese food restaurant. I've done that before.
And this is totally fine if you're doing it, and this isn't me judging you or anything at all.
Oh no.
I'm imagining you're having a pretty good weekend right now because you're getting Jersey pizza and you haven't had
I had Jersey pizza. I had a bagel at CBC this morning,
Mhm.
and then I went to our local diner here
Mhm.
with our friend. So I've hit
Was your bagel
3 of
up
the
to-
4. Excellent.
Okay, good.
It's
Jersey,
excellent.
you gotta hit a diner when you're here. Yeah, it's,
And then I might hit the sub. The
oh,
downtown
yeah, I
sub
mean,
spot.
yeah, that's a
You
huge.
better
one.
hit it earlier, or they'll be out of rolls.
Yeah, I know.
Still just
Why
as
they're so
popular as
good.
ever.
But yes, I say I come here to see you guys second very much to the food.
I would understand if we were
Yeah.
second to the food.
Yeah.
So it makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Yes.
Like I know there's the trope and people talk about it all the time, but Jersey pizza is killer.
Yeah, if you guys have
It's so
triangulated our
good.
location by now, you should come try the pizza. It's
I
pretty good.
mean, there's that pizza place by Do that I know you know the name of.
Yes,
And you mentioned, did you end up getting that? or
I
no?
know. So
My
I,
favorite one?
Yes.
I went there, and it was like a medical facility.
Yes.
And I was driving around, and I kept seeing signs for the place,
Mhm.
but I couldn't see the front of the.
So that's why you didn't
storefront.
go.
And so
I don't
didn't go.
blame you at
I
all.
got all the way back on the highway and came all the way.
I
to
don't
town.
blame you at all.
Yeah.
So this is a really funny story. Listeners, I apologize. It's going to be a very local story. Hopefully you get something out of it. I used to go to that pizza place all the time. You know, I was just telling the story about hanging out with a certain someone because they lived in that
Mhm,
area. That
mhm.
was like my college years. That's where I was all the time. And we used to go to that pizza place multiple times
in
a
that
week.
medical facility.
So it wasn't,
Oh, okay.
that's not what it was then.
Okay.
So that place is still in the exact same place that it always was. But now that whole thing is built all around
Oh,
it.
they just built a giant.
It is literally connected to a medical facility. And I don't understand how anybody, if you didn't know that place existed from years earlier,
Yeah. No.
I don't know how you would ever find
too
it.
nervous.
So,
Yeah.
Mom, this is funny. This is because this only just recently happened. She had never had pizza from that place. We've been together
That
forever.
I recall. Maybe I haven't.
And I was like, how have you never had it? I was like, we got to go because we were out in that neck of the woods. So we went and I was like, I know right where it is. I used to go there all the time. And we went there and I was like, where is the
Yeah.
place? I was like, I've been here so many times. We drove up, down, around. We had to physically get out of the car and walk
To
the
find it.
whole strip to find it.
See, I wasn't ready to do that, and there was a lot of medical facility traffic.
Yes,
happening at this
it's an
time.
awkward place
And
to
I was
walk
like,
around too. You don't want to like wander
Don't
around.
look sad.
You don't want to
Yeah.
wander around a medical facility and be like, "Where's the
Yeah.
pizza place?" So we literally walked to the very end. It is the back of the pizza place. It's like the medical facility carved out a spot to fit around the pizza place. It's crazy.
That's nuts.
But it is still there. It looks exactly the same inside, but it's nuts. Unless you knew it as a kid, you would never know
Okay.
it's there. You could read on the sign that the pizza place is there, then you go to find it. And I would never
Mhm.
fault anyone for being like, it's not here anymore. The sign's out of date, but it's there. It's cash only. So she had it and she was like, this is my new favorite pizza of all time. Like
which ones do you like around here? Well, I guess you
that
can't really
one
say the
is
name.
her number one. I can say names, whatever. There's the place that's like an hour away, which we can talk about. Well, the mustard pizza.
Panko.
Panko Pizza. It's an hour away from here, so not local. Holy shovel, is it worth the trip?
Yeah.
Their mustard pizza is incredible. Their regular pie is
Mustard
really
pizza?
good.
I
Yeah,
don't
we
even know
saw it
about
on
this.
TikTok, and I was
it's
like,
not like a thing.
I
Yeah.
would never think I'd want a mustard
Yeah.
pizza. Let's go try it. Nikki Hill, Do, and us. We went. We like gorged ourselves. That was our fatter day. We like ate ourselves into
What
a
direction
coma.
is that? East?
I'm terrible with that stuff.
Towards
Yes.
the city or away from the city?
Well, it's more towards the beach.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
That's what I was gonna say, but I was afraid it was wrong.
Gotcha.
It's so worth it. Like not one time when you come up and you got more time, I'll have to go there.
Yeah, for sure.
Around here,
Just like the classic Jersey pizza.
I like the place. What is it? In the town that's really close that I won't mention.
Oh, yes,
Lenny's.
I do. Yeah.
Lenny's. I really like
Lenny's.
Lenny's. Yeah, it's like it's in the strip that's next to where the Walgreens
It's
was.
across from the pizza place you were talking about earlier.
But further down. Further
Okay.
down. It's across from like the Subway.
I know exactly what you're talking
They're
about.
really good. Like they're not crazy amazing, but they're really good. They're very dependable.
I like the one
everybody
down at Grey Rock.
that used to be my go-to all the time. When we grew up, that's the one that we'd always go to. Everybody laughs at me when I say this one. And if it's funny, laugh.
Okay.
But I don't know why they laugh. And I've asked Mom Brain, I'm like, I think this pizza's really good. And she's like, it is.
Oh God, what are you gonna
What's the
say?
name of it? Domino. No.
Well, I don't.
You know what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that. Are you
Wait, it's far. you know.
Alfonso's?
Alfonso's.
I don't even know where that is. Is that up
I'll
by
tell you more after.
up by the shopping center?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay.
No, it's about.
This must be
what is it,
fascinating
like
for your
15
listeners.
minutes away. That's what I said. I'm a
It's
pop.
kind of by the circle.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I got you.
And
Gotcha.
every time I had never had it until I started buying. When I started buying comics in real life, went to a comic book shop that is there,
Mhm.
and there's a pizza place there. And I was like, let's try the pizza. And I was like, holy crap, this pizza's like really good. And anytime I'd bring it up to Do or Nikki Hill, I'm not throwing them under the bus. It's everybody. I was
Yeah.
like, have you guys had Alfonso's? And they like laugh at me. And I'm like, wow,
Mm.
why? I'm like, it was to the point where
How
I
did
got
that
like
make you feel?
a complex about it. I was like, Mom Brain, is this pizza bad? And I'm just blind to it. She's like, no, it's really good pizza. So I don't know why everybody thinks
I'm a
it's funny.
sucker for when they have the pre-made pizza and then they put it back in the oven by the
Oh,
slice.
yes,
Like
yes,
that is,
yes.
I mean, it's better that way. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, because they still
right,
put
Slider.
it in the oven, the pizza oven, so it still gets the
Slider
good,
says
like,
on this episode
yeah.
of Jersey Shore. That's right.
DTP.
That's
I'll tell
right.
you more about it later. But yeah, I really like that. It'll come to me.
Sign language.
It'll come to
Costco
me.
pizza.
I don't want to give it up. I do love Costco pizza, but that's a different kind of pizza.
Yeah.
I'm getting it tomorrow. I'm so excited. My college days pizza. What the hell's the name of it?
Miller's.
No, do love. That's a great one.
Yeah,
that's a
great one.
go-to. Come on, why can't we think of that?
because we're thinking really
Il
hard.
Forno.
What did you say? Porno?
Il
Yeah.
Forno.
Porno
El
pizza.
Forno?
Porno pizza is a great name.
Il Forno
That is a good
across
name.
from my college,
Okay.
my community college. It's
Oh,
literally
yeah,
right
yeah,
across
yeah,
the street.
I remember that.
I used to go there like after college and grab a slice or two.
It was my community college
There,
too. Actually, matter of
that's
fact.
right. Our alma mater. I
I did
can't.
not graduate.
I can't. Their pizza is more hit than miss. Whenever they got like the real OGs there making it, it's one of the best because there's something about their cheese that's killer. It's really good, and I'd say like 70% of the time they're still on. It can be really good. So that's our regulars, really.
Mhm.
I don't eat nearly as much pizza anymore because my weight and everything. But I'd love a fatter day where we get all of those.
Exactly.
I've had a fatter day. Super duper pooper scooper. Definitely. I am considering making today a fatter day.
I like the sound of this.
But like my birthday, ever since I started my diet, my birthday is I could not go harder eating on my birthday. Like Mom Brain will attest to it. It is literally wake up tonight. I do not know what full is. That is every single day. I will never eat and feel satiated. It's something I've only learned once I went on my diet. I just don't. I never feel full. But on my birthday, literally, I will eat morning to night, and it's whatever the hell I want. It's like pizza and cake and
Pizza in the
you know what I
morning,
really love?
pizza
I
in
love
the
like
evening.
mochi donuts. I love mochi donuts. They're like some of my favorites.
I don't know what that is.
They're a Korean donut, and they are like they look like a baby's teething ring. You know how they're like circular, like they have like circles
Mhm.
that make up the circle. That's what they're, and they're like a gummier texture. I love them. They're killer. So I like put those away. I love like Korean corn dogs, but without like the hot dog in it, just like a giant mozzarella stick. I ate a ton of those. Like I love having those days. Yeah. I'm working now. Like I am. So, you know, I got to the weight that I want to be at, and I'm at the maintaining part, which is the hardest part. Because like when I lost all my weight, I never really looked at the scale because I was like, I don't want to see it. I just know what I'm doing is working, and that's that. But you get to a point where you got to maintain and you don't want to go too low. So now I regularly look at the scale and it'll be like this day I'm good. This way it's a little bit too much, and I'm like making adjustments and everything, and I hate it. But like I when I get to the point where I'm like, this is exactly where I want to be, then I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna eat what I want for today. And I'm like, son of a bitch, now I'm back to where I don't want to be. But little mini fatter days, I think, are important. Like
Yeah,
we all have to have those.
Every
days.
time I get sick for a couple of days, then I'll like wake up and look in the mirror and I'm just like, I'm looking good.
How terrible.
And then I eat like one sandwich and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, there it goes.
How terrible is that? Because I feel the exact same way. Or like I'll get sick when we had COVID. I was in hell and dying, but
You walk
also
by
in
the
my
mirror, you're
mind,
like, oh, hello there.
also in my mind, I was like, well, when this is over, things are going to, I can eat what I want for a
Yep.
couple of days. It's going to be great. That's a terrible way to think.
Mhm.
But just being
It's
honest.
okay. We all have
that's the
body
way it is.
dysmorphia. It's okay.
Yeah. That could be a whole podcast in and of
Dysphoria.
itself.
Dysmorphia. Dysphoria.
Dysmorphia.
Dysmorphia.
Morphia.
Okay.
I have it terribly. When I was very heavy, I knew I was heavy, but I didn't think anything of it. Now, I definitely have some aspect of it. Like I'll look at myself and I'll be like, I look like I see myself as like a 900-pound man, whereas I never did. And I'll look at myself in the mirror and I'll be like, and she's like, you are like a rail. She's like, no, what are you talking about? And the scale is I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be and where I want to be. It's just I don't see that. And I still move through life like I am a big guy. Like when I used to take out the garbage, I couldn't fit between like where the car was parked or the two cars were parked. And I'd have to like scooch through and barely get through. And like I still do that. I still move that way. And I'm like, I don't have to do that. It's just always there. It's, I've always heard people talk about it and I felt sympathy for them, but now I have empathy for them because I am like, holy crap, like things you would never think you'd experience. And it's there. It's crazy stuff. Like, I'm not like, it's not like a problem for me, but it's something I very much recognize. It's a thing. So whole new world.
See how supportive we are of each other.
That's
Isn't
right.
that nice?
Super duper pooper scooper. I'm all about the fatter days. Mom Brain, I feel like you haven't talked about a fatter day. Can I give your fatter day? Like what I think you would go for?
Yeah.
Taco Bell, 100%.
Yeah.
Girl dinner, 100%.
Absolutely.
What's that?
Girl dinner is like whatever scraps a girl can put together that qualifies as a meal. So like chips and dip.
Okay.
Chips, dip, cheese,
Melted
vegetables,
cheese.
but nothing is like cohesive.
Yeah, it's not like a meal.
like a
You would never go
platter.
to a restaurant and be served
It's like
it as a meal.
like a rando charcuterie kind
Yeah,
of.
Yes,
yeah.
exactly. That's
Okay.
it. Mom Brain loves like a fatter day would be like a Chili's trip, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Like their mozzarella sticks and their
Triple
chips.
dipper.
Yes, and she loves their chips. Their
The
chips and salsa. Like
Oh, so good.
loves them to death. I feel like I'm forgetting something important.
Ice cream.
Ice cream, without a doubt. I mean, I feel like ice cream is all
What's
of
your favorite
our
ice cream?
brand
the
or
kind
flavor.
I'm eating.
I mean, like if you were gonna go to the store and buy one thing of ice cream, what would it be?
It's a great question.
Fish food. Ben and Jerry's.
I don't know that
Me too. And I'm dating. I just started dating this girl, and she said the same thing, and we knew.
Yes.
We
yes,
knew.
You know.
Those are
That's it.
important things.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Fish
So I
food.
said this to Mom Brain before my diet. I liked ice cream, but I wasn't crazy about it. And she's always been crazy. Now that I am on the diet, I'm nuts about ice cream. Like I really love it.
Mhm.
So I'll take any kind of ice cream, but I like vanilla is fine, but I'm going for something else. Like
Sure.
what was that? Oh, the Tillamook
Oh,
Tillamook,
the sugar
yeah.
cookie one.
sugar cookie. It was only a holiday thing.
Okay.
It
That's
was
the one.
unbelievable. I hope they do it again this holiday season. It
Where
was
did Tillamook come from?
yeah,
Those guys,
right. I agree.
like, they got a lot of freezer share going.
Those ice cream sandwiches,
Nightingale.
Nightingale ice cream sandwiches. Have you
I've
had
not
them?
Had this.
My cousin told us about them because she got them in the city, and she was like, "This is the best ice cream I've ever had. You have to get it." And we hunted it down. She was 100% right. They were unbelievable. Yeah, Costco. If you want to buy 95 in a box, you can get them at
I
Costco.
do.
But like regular,
I mean, if they're good.
regular. What's your regular supermarket in West? Oops, sorry, in where you live?
West Virginia, you can say
Sorry.
it. It's all right. There's only 17 of us. I think I already said it anyway. Kroger is the big one.
So
for
Kroger
us.
gets an ice cream that we don't get.
What's that?
I wish I could tell you, but I know Kroger's have it and we don't get it.
My local Kroger doesn't carry fish food.
Oh,
which is
what
very
is it?
upsetting.
Kroger?
I know. So whoever does the ordering at my local Kroger, which is like a slightly smaller Kroger because I live in a small town, They love raw dough.
Oh,
Because every flavor is like the cookie dough or the half baked
that's sad.
brownie or
Because I feel like fish food is like a standard.
it's the one.
Yeah.
More people know about that
Yeah.
ice cream than the band it is named after.
I
I think it's
am-
Bluebell.
Okay, I know Bluebell. We have Bluebell.
So then it's not Bluebell. Are you sure we have?
Oh, maybe
Bluebell?
we have Blue Bunny.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got Bluebell for sure.
I do really enjoy Cherry Garcia as well.
Okay.
Bluebell is it 100%. I'm looking
Okay.
at the picture
Yeah.
of it. Yes, it is Bluebell, and I hear about how it's phenomenal. And I
Okay.
hear that people like I get food critics, I get food influencers on TikTok who are like, "My apologies to people who can't get Bluebell. It's a killer ice cream, and it's only in select states." And I know Kroger sells it,
Okay.
so
My whole thing
I've
with
heard
ice
great
cream
things.
is like I feel like a lot of it now isn't really ice cream. It's like
it doesn't even
it's
say
some
ice cream on it.
substance. It doesn't melt or
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
whatever. It like becomes like stays in its shape and becomes a foam.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So I want to try Bluebell really bad because I've heard
Okay.
great things about it.
well, I'll eat it for you on FaceTime.
Thank
if
you.
you want.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
absolutely.
I will pay you, and it'll be some weird
I'll smush it
OnlyFans
between my
ASMR
toes.
thing. Yeah, exactly. But yes. So there you. I mean, the great question.
Yeah.
Super duper pooper scooper because we love talking about food, and who doesn't love a good fatter day?
I like food.
I like food. I ate food. Malakalo says, as a southerner, Bluebell is amazing. There you go. Another one. to
Are they
prove it.
from the South? Is that what's happening?
I know that Bluebell is mostly in the South, but I knew specifically that Kroger had an ice cream brand that you couldn't
Okay.
get elsewhere. So one and the same. So next time you come up, bring us please a gallon of Bluebell.
Yeah, that'll do well.
Yeah.
And I would say, I don't know what could you take home from Jersey that would keep. You can't like. I
Right.
guess you could take a
Can't-
bag of bagels
I
or
have
something.
brought bagels frozen. I've frozen
Yeah.
some bagels and brought them home, and they're not good enough
Yeah,
after a day that it's worth doing.
Yeah.
You know?
I get it. I get it.
I wanted to bring you. I didn't think about it till I came up here, but we have these things in West Virginia, pepperoni rolls.
See, I don't eat meat anymore.
Oh, that's right. You can't. eat meat anymore.
Love pepperoni rolls. They
Oh,
are
you're
one of my
familiar with them then.
all-time
Okay.
favorites. When I was eating meat, love them. Another one of our friends, or at least you know them, Greta, made a killer.
Well, I mean, we
pepperoni.
could get
fake pepperoni.
Yeah,
There's no fake
'cause that would
pepperoni
be-
that actually tastes close enough
right,
pepperoni, but I
but
would
if you
eat
made
it.
a pepperoni
Yeah.
roll with
Yeah.
you could do spices,
spices
and stuff,
and
and, it
everything.
would maybe
Sure,
Yeah,
be
I'd
sure,
try
sure.
it. I would try it. Can
Okay.
you make that happen tomorrow?
Yeah,
How about like a
try.
real like white trash version of it? And I say that lovingly, where it's just like Pillsbury dough and you wrap
I
it
mean,
up
it
and-
was made for our coal miners to go.
I-
to, you know what I mean?
It's so
like,
funny. I read like the whole history.
it has
of
redneck
of, like, how it came to
origin
be.
for
Yeah.
sure.
But pepperoni rolls, I love to death. They were like one of my favorites, without a doubt. The local pizza places. That's what I would get half the time, a pepperoni roll. And love them.
Okay.
Love them. All right, we could talk about food all the time, but let's do something that everybody's been waiting for because Mom Brain hasn't been here and they haven't had their fix. So now it's time to get your fix. No more hate mail to me. It's time for music. I got music. You want to
Yay.
hear it? You want to hear it? Oh. Is that what he sounds like? Send your music to GoNintPod@gmail.com.
Where?
GoNintPod@gmail.com. Put music in the title. Help out your local Mom Brain. Okay. We always need more songs. Send them in. I would say we're doing pretty good right now, but we always need more. Remember,
Keep them coming.
keep them coming. If you don't send them, we don't have this section. Also, I know everybody wants more music for the 1000th episode, so we'll do some kind of
1,000 songs.
supersized music section for you guys. I promise we will do that. It's not going to be like 30 songs or anything, but we'll do more than usual.
1,000 songs.
It will not be 1,000 songs. But yeah, let's do some music.
Okay, this one comes from Autumnal Blake.
I'm a little rusty. Let's see if I still got it.
Let's play.
It's very
this one.
quiet.
I can't do any better than that.
Man, I got nothing on this one. I really got nothing, but I feel like it is familiar. Uh-oh. I don't even know if it's first party. Is it first party?
It is.
I'm in real trouble here.
What system is it?
Switch.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a system where the sound isn't distinct enough for me to know.
Gotcha.
Okay, so it's first party, and you're surprised they don't know it.
Yeah.
So like Animal Crossing.
No.
I hate to do it this way, but I'll just go Mario.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mario first party. It's not Mario and Luigi.
Nope. Tony De La Mancha got it.
Wasn't there a new Paper Mario or something?
There was a Paper Mario,
It's
but
not
I
that.
didn't think that was it. It's like, is it Mario Odyssey?
Nope.
What is this?
That's the question.
This is terrible.
You guys wanted this music so bad. Woo.
It's my fault.
party.
I'm blowing it. I don't want to like lose on a Mario first party title.
He's losing his
It's
steam.
on Switch. It's not Mario and Luigi. It's not Paper Mario. It's not Mario Odyssey. Is it Wonder?
Yes.
There we go.
Nailed
I don't
it.
remember it from Wonder. What is that? Does it say?
Uh-uh.
Well, we got the point. so-
All right, Autumnal Blake, great job. This one comes from Wired.
Yeah, turn it down just a bit. Okay. Is it? It's either good Super Nintendo or good 64.
Super Nintendo.
It feels like a shmup to me.
I have
Like
no
a
idea.
shooter. Twin Beat.
Yes.
Oh my god, you're kidding me.
No.
I impressed myself with that one. You're kidding me.
There you go.
Poppin' Twin Bee, I'm sure.
Yes,
but
Poppin' Twin Bee from Wired.
I can't believe that. It sounded like a shooter, which it is, but it sounded a little goofy, and the only one I know is Twin Bee. That's
This dude's incredible. That's how Blood Ocean.
I don't usually toot my own horn,
he
but
can't
that
get
time
Mario.
I'm
Let
going
us all-
to.
we
I
all-
can't get Mario. I can get
we all want
Poppin'
to see you
Twin Bee.
toot your own horn. Let's do it.
That is that's my most impressive one.
Here's a jam from Geku Kitsune.
And I did it in front of Music Man of all people. Oh, come on. This game has two good songs, and this is one of them. I'm going to let it go because I like the song. Okay, I know you don't know the song, but I'm going to try and get you to the game
Okay.
because you know the franchise.
Okay.
Big franchise when we were kids.
Okay.
It was a beat 'em up.
On Nintendo?
On the
Double
NES.
Dragon?
Yes, right franchise.
Okay.
But this was not on NES. It was on Super Nintendo. So just
Super Double Dragon.
You got it.
there you go.
I am music.
Yes, that is Super Double Dragon. A super disappointing soundtrack, but that is one of the good songs.
Super Double
And
Dragon.
unfortunately, I'm
super
not going to
disappointing.
help the trope. I believe that takes place on a train. So big train
You know,
fan,
I'm a
as we
big
know.
train guy.
This one comes from Mikey3319.
Ah, yes. I remember this because I played it and I didn't see the movie, but I rented it because the cover art looked really cool. Dew would know it because Dew played this back in the day. Based on a movie, what do I say to not spoil?
This seems familiar to me, actually, too.
Let me.
Is this Nintendo?
NES, yeah.
Yes.
It
It's
is
got
a.
kind of Battletoady vibes to me.
That's a great.
It's not. No, it's not Battletoads, but it had kind of instrumentation.
I could give you people in the movie if you want.
Sure, hit me.
Charlie Sheen, Willem Dafoe,
Men at Work.
Tom Berenger.
Oh, is this Batman?
No, that's my knowledge as far as.
Willem Dafoe and Charlie Sheen. I don't know. That may have taken me further away.
Let me see who made the game.
It
I
is
like
a
it.
Sunsoft game.
Really, Sunsoft? That's
RoboCop.
surprising. No. Sunsoft.
Is it like a license?
Oh,
thing
it was
like that?
published by. That's why it doesn't make sense. It was developed by Ocean. That
Okay.
makes sense. You want to throw in a
Yeah, go
towel?
ahead.
Platoon.
Oh, they made a video game out of that. That's kind
That
of
was like the
not
NES
very
era when they
tasteful.
made games out of like every
Yeah.
franchise. It was just basically do people know a name? Then okay, we'll make
Yeah.
a game out of it.
Okay.
Oh, getting a text from Nikki Hill here. And he texted Platoon.
Oh,
There you go. Nikki Hill, we speak your
Listening
name.
live.
We
Love
speak
you,
your
mister.
name. There you
And,
go.
you know, for the record, not that I'm saying he's a cheater, but in case anyone thinks he might be, no one has said it in the Discord either. So it's not
Okay.
like
You calling
Yeah.
me a cheater?
no,
Oh.
Nikki
No.
Hill.
Oh,
Nikki Hill.
he's a cheater.
This one,
No, that's a genuine.
this one comes from Pratt Trap.
That's a Shantae game.
Wow.
Nikki Hill texted me and said, damn delay. So he answered. This is, yes, I'm going to, let's see, Shantae, a bathhouse?
I don't know.
Oh, it doesn't tell you.
It's like a supermarket.
It's
He says, sorry, I'm not
customer
there.
rewards shop theme.
Oh, okay, yes.
I was
the shop.
right.
He says, sorry, I'm not there. Miss and love you all. We're sorry you're not here, and we miss and love all of you.
Missed you.
I'm out of...
Love ya.
I screwed up my songs. I think that was 5. This might be 6. We haven't missed one yet.
Yes, that was from Pratt Trap.
I appreciate that you knew I would get a Shantae instantly. Thank you.
And I didn't want to say, get ready for this, because
Yes.
I didn't want to prime you.
Thank you.
This one's from Egmond.
I'm always primed for Shantae.
Is that a real voice?
Yeah. I think I know what the game is. I didn't play. Yes, I definitely know what the game is.
Ooh.
I do not know
Drop
I do not know the name of the game. I don't remember it. I can tell you it's Indian and it's about cooking and relationships. I don't
Yeah,
remember the
I mean, I'll
name.
give it to
No, don't give it to me. I didn't get the name. You
I really like it.
India, cooking and loving.
I want to say it starts with a V.
It does.
I don't remember the name. I'm not going to take it. I don't know
But
the
you
name.
know the game.
I
Like,
don't
that's
know the
point.
name. I'm writing the scores here. I don't know the name.
All right, it's Venba.
Yeah, I heard good things about the game.
beautiful. I love
I
that.
believe it was the developer's first game, and it
I
looked
think
really
so,
cool. On Switch. Yeah, it looked interesting. It looked pretty cool, and
Here's
I believe
one.
it reviewed well.
From Blood Ocean 07.
Is this Undertale?
No.
Oh, completely different. This is, I can tell by the song, it's some license something.
Casper.
Nope.
Great guess.
But like
Great guess.
not
Um,
in the wrong.
Adam's Family.
No.
What system is this?
This is a system where you can't tell by the sound.
Okay.
So GameCube forward.
Okay.
Not.
Beetlejuice.
I know I only didn't guess Beetlejuice because I know it's
It wants to be.
Not that,
It wants to be.
but you're
that
right,
composer,
100%.
Like, Boingo Boingo.
What was Danny Elfman?
Yeah, it wants to be Danny Elfman. All
Well,
the
then-
tones.
This is all based off you. Is it Simpsons related?
It is.
Oh, Treehouse of Horrors. Is that a game?
Can you tell us the system? There was a Treehouse of Horrors game, but I think that was Game Boy.
So wow, we teamwork that
Yeah.
together. Look at us.
If you give us the system, I guarantee I will get the game.
That's the right way.
Just type in the name of the game in Wiki.
Q.
It's the driving one.
Oh,
Hit and Run.
Hit and Run. Yeah.
Man, from Beetlejuice to Danny Elfman to Simpsons to the right game. That's fun.
Great job, guys.
That's
And
teamwork.
Boingo Boingo got it on.
This one's from Nico Darunia.
One of my favorites. It's gonna make me tear up. I just talked about this song. This is Link's Awakening,
Yeah.
and this is specifically Telltale Heights.
Yes.
God, this is like the way I remember originally hearing it too. It's amazing.
I'm getting goosebumps. It's an incredible song, especially for what you could achieve on the Game Boy.
Well, yeah, and it's doing all these like the arpeggiated counterpoint stuff
See?
in the bass.
This is why I want to talk to you about game music so much, because I can be like, it's really good because it does cool things, and you could be like, yeah, it does, and then say real things.
Right, because it was only allowed to play like a certain number of notes
Yes,
at a time,
yes.
right? So like the way it's cleverly getting around that
Yes,
to do pretty
yes.
complex musical stuff. is
Mom
pretty cool.
Brain, bless her heart. I remember, like, early in our relationship, I had made like 7 CDs worth of game music back when we burned CDs. and I used to play like stuff from the Game Boy, and there's Battletoads on the Game Boy, and that soundtrack in particular is really impressive for what it does. And there are certain points where the song disguises the fact that, like, the song has parts that play, and then it gets to another part of the song, and certain instruments aren't played, but your brain is filling in that they are there because the channels are now playing something else, but you hear the space where that note's supposed to be hit or that percussion instrument's supposed to be hit, and it's filled by something else. And it just, the way it's smartly handled, you don't even really register that that part's missing. You just think that you're hearing like another instrument over it or in conjunction with it. So impressive to this day. And I remember talking to her about that in the car because I was just like nerding out. And then after I did it, I was like, oh my God, she's going to break up with me. I was like, why would she want to hear about any of this? But
she got the ick.
Yeah, right.
Not get
The ick before we knew what the ick was. But she is all these years
Still
later.
here.
Man, it's a great soundtrack. Yeah, I would love to see like that cross section of loving game music and being so impressed by, in general, old systems where they were limited and today when they're not. But having that cross section of a conversation with you, someone who knows, lives and breathes music on like a molecular level, just being able to talk about that stuff, and we could come to like, that's, I love that.
There would be a
stuff.
very niche crowd for that podcast, but
well, like, I don't know how niche it is because like all the time on YouTube in particular, I'll get videos from people who are in the world of music as a profession, and it's like, you know, composer listens to whatever, or school music teacher listens to whatever, and a lot of them will do Deltarune or Undertale, and they're not familiar with the music, and they hear the stuff, and they're like talking about, they're also blown away by it, and they're like, wow, this is doing some really cool stuff, and they'll sit there with a piano and be like, they're doing, I don't know any of the terms, but they'll be like, it's doing this while it's also doing this, and then this, and I'm like, I'm glad, like I hear the music, I'm like, this is an awesome song, this is just really cool. I don't know that aspect of it, so to see people talking about it in that way, and I'm like, they get a whole different layer of appreciation from it, and I love that. And those videos get a lot of views, like hundreds of thousands or millions of views, and that's the kind of time when I want to message you and your sister and be like, guys, but I'm like, I don't want to do this to them all the time.
You can message me. My sister's a nerd.
From a music perspective, well, I was right because I was right as far as Demon Hunter.
K-pop Demon Hunters.
Well, I was right to message you about
the
that.
whole family onto that.
I was like, I can't not do this now because I know they're going to appreciate the music, and I have to let them know. And I'm like, it's not.
I called her this morning. I had Golden stuck in my head as I'm just singing it in the back of my head while I call her, and she answers the phone, and her daughter is singing it in the back, and I'm just like, it's permeated our whole lives.
Yep, and I would argue rightfully so. It's
absolutely,
there's some killer songs in that movie. Anyway.
Someone just said Tal Heights is the GOAT. I thought they were going to say Tal Bachman is the GOAT.
Both are true. Yeah, Tal Heights is the GOAT. I remember listening to that as a little kid and getting tears in my eyes, thinking that was the coolest song I would ever hear in a game. To this day,
but Tal Bachman, She's So High is also.
Oh, I mean,
same emotional.
That's the pinnacle of music.
Yeah,
so many ways.
As good as it gets.
All right, Mom, go ahead.
This one's from Rosemary the Farmer.
I know it's Pokemon. It's one of the few songs I actually know from Pokemon. It's from the first game, but this isn't the first game.
I feel like this is like an old children's song.
It starts off as something. You're right. Yeah, I get to sing. There's something. Yeah.
Singing Wally Wally Doodle all the day.
Yeah, there you go. So now I got to guess. All right, so it's MIDI. So it's N64. So that leaves me like. What was the name of it? The puzzle game. Pokemon Puzzle League?
No.
Hey, You, Pikachu?
No.
Pokemon Stadium?
Yes.
Okay, by default.
That one was for you, Joe. We speak your name.
I have to be. Is this the last song? Okay, good.
Last song for this week is from Knock on Wood.
I just registered with me that you said that's for you, dude. You can't fool me. You can't fool me. I know. This is funny. I was just talking about this guy. This is David Wise. I'd stake my life on it. Give me a second.
This sounds like one of those tracks that came on a keyboard for free. Like, you know,
it's
it's like
Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze.
Yes.
David Wise.
I just see that.
You're right. Yeah, it's it's a remix of one of the songs he did a bazillion years ago. Let me look up something. Yes. I was talking to you about Battletoads, soundtrack by David Wise, same guy. Did that one.
Okay.
Still active today, to this day. Has made some of the most iconic video game music. Like he's made Aquatic Ambience from Donkey Kong Country, which is one of the songs everybody loves and points to this day. He did Sticker Brush Symphony, another great one in Donkey Kong Country. Like
that was the first video game music that I ever noticed. Like, this is great music.
Like
Donkey Kong Country.
Every system has its composers that really pushed the limits of what they could do and go beyond it. But David Wise with Donkey Kong Country, like, I don't know that there's a greater example of really going beyond what you think is capable on that setup.
Well,
like,
it was
crazy.
not just video game music.
Yes.
It was good music on its own.
Yes.
Because I mean, like, obviously I had the Mario themes drilled into my brain.
Yeah.
And they're good songs, but like, I remember being like emotionally like, ooh, like,
yes,
I'm feeling the tingle from this song.
TikTok now, people still do, like, you'll hear Aquatic Ambience in people's TikToks. Like, that's a regular, and there's a guy who's done like his own version of Aquatic Ambience. That's a very, very, very popular TikTok song. And he's very upfront about it, saying like, this is my take on Aquatic Ambience. And like, David Wise is an incredibly influential game composer. And that's why he still gets work to this day. Like, he's made some iconic stuff, and you're completely right. Like, that was the shift to songs that were more traditional music style songs, without a doubt. Still like looped and catchy,
sure,
but yeah, the next step definitely. So 9 out of 10, 6 out of 9. That's
9, baby.
That's great for a return. I'll take it, and I hope you guys enjoyed that music section. And unfortunately, that really is it. We don't have any spiders and flies this time because Dude's not here, but we speak your
I'm
name.
allergic to spiders.
What'd you say?
I'm allergic to spiders.
So we miss you, Do, and we look forward to hopefully your spiders bringing us something next week. And hopefully when they do, it will be true, because it has never been true. But that's it for this trio. I mean, I think we had a pretty good show.
Yeah.
So
I
too.
think it went pretty well.
Yeah, you can listen to my band. It's called Alabaster Boxer.
Oh, yes. I wanted to ask you that.
I know. I knew you'd forget.
Tell me. I forgot to
I'm
thank
in a
the other people
band,
last week.
and we're really good, and you're called Alabaster Boxer, and
Where
we're
can
on
people find
Spotify and iTunes and all that stuff.
I'll put a link
And
in everything.
yeah, and I wrote this song called Holiest Ghosts. It's about appreciating life, and you should listen to it.
Music Man has been making music since the day I met him, but long before that as well.
It's
So
not just a clever name.
he is, and this is
Well
not a biased
played.
opinion.
Well played.
This is not a biased
Did you do
opinion.
that on purpose? It's not just a clever name.
Well, it's from Wayne's World. Yeah.
This is
Dude's not here, but he is.
This is not a biased opinion. He is a very talented musician.
Thanks, Kevin.
So, seriously,
Thanks, Raw Meat. Oh God, I'm the worst.
We've ruined everybody's name today. So yeah, I'll put links in descriptions and I'll put it in the posts on GoNintendo too. So,
thanks.
Happy to do that, and I'm glad you did it, because last time when I
you asked our other two friends, and they were just like, "Oh, I'm not in a band."
Exactly, that's it. They were too shy to share each other's or to share their own music, so they ended up sharing each other's.
So I'm doing this to really shame them.
There you go.
So
There you
yeah.
go.
So let me see those numbers go way up so that I can rub it in their faces, please.
And be like, look, this is what
you do. You go
This is what you get.
You go on a high gravity
do-
podcast like this. You got a name drop.
What I got to do is put it on social media. When I put out the podcast posts on social media, which will be Monday. It'll be Monday. Then I'll put the link in there. And then that's
cool.
my best shot.
Cool.
That's
Thanks.
where the real traction happens. On the platforms I don't want to be on, which drives me nuts. I want to leave all of them, but that's where you get that's where you get traffic nowadays. Nobody organically goes to websites anymore. It's
Nope.
through social media.
Yep. All right. That was our last old man rant of the day.
That's it. Well, we got after show. Who knows what we'll talk about there for a couple minutes. But thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. After show, whatever the hell you want. Curse it up. Say everybody's name. Anything you want to talk about anything. Go right ahead.
It's like when the TikToks where they put the phone in front of the little kid and they're like, "I'm gonna walk out."
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anything anybody wants to talk about.
What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about how I'm so goddamn upset that I gotta stop watching wrestling pay-per-views.
You don't have to.
I know.
We're
know,
not
but-
going to fix capitalism ourselves.
I know, but I would feel
Pretty. It's got our horns in us.
I would
Our claws in us.
I would feel bad. I feel better. I can still watch the weekly show because there aren't other networks and whatever. It'll be like when I was a kid when I watched.
Yeah,
and I
you
couldn't
can't-
be
your
like, Mom,
parents are
Dad,
like,
buy
no."
another $60 pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's not like I read wrestling news online all the time. I can
Yeah.
get my updates and whatever. And I'm watching. I'll get to see the first of them in this new setup, so it'll be, I'm sure, a crazy show. Whatever. There was something else I want to say, but it's gone. You guys, anything, or are we just done here? You gonna call
Someone
the show?
said, "Are there any?" Blood Ocean says, "Are there any Halloween plans
For Halloween show? Mom Brain and I aren't really big Halloween people. That doesn't mean we can't do something now. We
Yeah.
should bring back like You feel like wearing that that Pokeball
Ooh.
costume?
I could.
Or we could do one of
Gotta
my
catch 'em
favorite
all.
pictures of all time, you dressed as Mario, just on the phone talking to somebody.
Well, it had like a fake Mario like pooch.
Uh-huh.
So it like something about it just looks.
I gotta find that.
I found a
picture.
great
It's so
photo
good.
of you dressed as Mario and
Yes.
and
Nikki Hill as
dressed
as
Luigi.
Luigi.
Yes, I remember that party in a basement of some.
Was that at
place.
Vitamin G's house?
No, it was somewhere that I've only been once, and that was it. I want to say
Lauren.
no. I want to say Lemesis.
I don't remember his house.
I don't. All I remember is going to this place and going directly to the basement for a Halloween party. That's
So
all I
high
remember.
school, isn't it?
It really is,
Yeah.
right? You're 100% right, guys. If you're gonna hang in the Discord, I'll try and find that picture of Mom Brain and send it to you. But I'm not gonna keep you here all this time. But I promise it's worth the wait. But I think that's it. Unless anybody else has a burning desire or anything.
No.
All right,
None.
that's it.
Love you.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Play some games. Hang out with friends and family. Rest, relax. You deserve it. We'll see you next week. Hopefully, with Do Michaels, Nikki Hill returning, and you will be sorely missed, Music Man. But
I'll see you
500 shows
again
from
in
now.
500 episodes.
That's all we got. Give a kiss for Do Michaels to the camera. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. And that is.